my channel. My name is Nicole and today I'm with my friend Rachel.
Hello.
We went to high school together, but she was a grade younger than me. But we went on a choir trip. I had to think for a minute. I almost said class trip, and I'm like, that's not right. We went on a choir trip and we went to New York, and we got to fly unlike all the other people, all the other trips for band and choir. Haha, suckers.
Upgrades.
Right. But then we were like limited to how many people could go. Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about our fond memories and show you some of our memorabilia and our pictures, because why not? And also, just an FYI, I don't know how to do screen recording yet, so the pictures are going to be shown on our laptops facing in the camera. So, sorry, not sorry.
So, where should we start?
I think we should maybe start from the beginning.
Okay. So, start with want to start and show this, like, because we got that first at school.
Yeah, we could start with that, yeah. So this is our itinerary, and there's notes on there because my mom made notes. She's a note taker. And we did a bunch of stuff. We were there.
Probably
we
can't
left.
see that.
I can maybe take like an up close picture. We left on a Friday and came back the following Monday.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but I was so tired Monday. I was falling asleep during horticulture class.
I'm like tripping right now because I honestly don't remember it being that short of a trip. Like, because we did so much stuff.
Yeah.
In like 3.5 days.
I know, it was so crazy.
Yeah.
But it was all fun. It was all fun.
It was super fun.
It was. And there's a lot of fun memories and stories. There's also a few things for memorabilia that I have that I don't know where they are. So, yeah.
And I have things for memorabilia that I have no idea what's in this envelope because I haven't opened it in 9
Watch
years.
it just be money.
That'd be sweet.
Just a wad of cash.
My 16-year-old self wasn't that smart to just hide a wad of cash for 10 years
You
later.
know what's funny is okay, we had fundraisers to help pay for our trip. I could have sworn our teacher said that whatever money we make from the fundraiser will help pay for the trip, and then obviously our parents would keep making payments or whatever. Whatever was left from our fundraising money could be used for spending.
They did say that, right?
I thought that's what they said. And my mom was making the payment, the full payment. Like, she made payments to pay for the whole thing, so that was the fundraising money I could use to spend. When I asked Mr. Bourne how much money I had left for fundraising, he said none. I told my mom, and we were both like curious as to where the extra money went. And so my mom gave me money she didn't have to go spend, because not all our meals were included. Yeah. And obviously, you know, I need to get souvenirs, you know. And then before we got on the bus to go to Milwaukee to get on the plane, Mr. Bourne gave me money. And my mom said, if Mr. Bourne gives you money, then don't use the money I gave you and then give it back to me. And I must have either spent it all without realizing it, or I lost some of it. And my mom is not a happy camper. I'm like, I'm so sorry, Mom.
Well, speaking of that, like spending all the money, I just like remembered something else. How you were using, or was that you or Margot that was using everyone else's suitcases because they had so many souvenirs and like.
Oh, it wasn't me.
That must have been Margot then. Do you remember that?
I think so.
Like Crystal put some stuff in her suitcase. I had some of her stuff in my suitcase.
Because I think I was able to fit all of mine in there.
Or it was just somebody else.
Yeah.
And I remember like stuffing our suitcases with someone else's stuff.
Yeah. That was crazy. But yeah, so we had to get up really early.
By the way, also we should say this was in 2011.
Yes.
So
I graduated
9 years ago, and I was a sophomore.
I was a senior
in April of 2011.
Yes. So yeah, we had to get up super early to meet at the school. Get on the bus. And we were all excited yet tired. And then it was so funny. We got to the airport and Cal, you remember Cal? He's like, hello New York, goodbye Wisconsin. I was
Yes.
like,
Oh my
yes
God.
queen.
I forgot about Cal.
He was so fun on the trip. They were all fun. So was Evan, but still.
Love Evan.
And then we got there and we immediately went into our itinerary. We didn't even go to the hotel until the end of the night to check in.
Did they take our luggage ahead of time, or did we just keep it on like the coach bus? Were we on the same coach bus the whole time?
No, at one point we had to switch when we were at the wax museum.
Like the tour bus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point when we were at the wax museum, we ended up getting onto a smaller bus because the bus broke down or something.
Oh yeah.
and then I think they got it fixed, and then we had a bigger bus. I don't know if it was the same one that we had before, but for the most part we had like the same bus the whole time.
Okay.
Which was really awesome.
Yeah, definitely. It says the first thing we did was a tour of Times Square area, which was, do you remember, was it Bernice or something like that? Our bus driver's name, the tour guide?
I don't remember.
I remember, I have a picture of her. I took a picture of like the side of her face when she was like talking to us, just to remember what she looked like. And I was obsessed with her accent because I'd never really like been somewhere where they're like, you know, everyone had an accent. And I wish that I'd taken a video to remember like her accent. But it was like Bernice or something like that.
I don't remember their name.
She was really, really
I barely remember who was all on the trip. I
remember some people.
I just remember certain people because they played a part in the...
Or they were like sitting near me on the bus.
Yeah, me and Evan were basically sitting next to each other the entire time. We sat next to each other on the plane. We sat next to each other on the bus. We kind of like, I feel like we, in a way, like everybody sat in the same spots on the bus.
You got lucky because we were in alphabetical order, weren't we? So that's how you and Evan got to be next to each other.
I don't remember. That would make a lot of sense then.
Me and Crystal weren't on the plane because she's D and I'm O.
Oh.
And that sucked.
I just thought it just depended on like the number or whatever. I don't know. I know nothing. I don't remember.
I just remember that because I felt bad because it was her first time flying and she was really scared and I was fine.
Oh.
But I was like,
I got this.
I was like, I can't sit by you. I'm sorry.
Right? I'm with you in spirit.
Yes.
Just in a different part of the plane.
Exactly.
You'll be fine.
I forget who was next to me actually. But yeah.
Wow.
We went to New York, or we went to Times Square first.
Did we do our shopping that day, or did we go to Times Square more than once?
Good question.
Because I mean, it might not be on there. Maybe we had time to go and went back.
Well, actually, let me look at the pictures. Will answer because
you kind of took them in order.
Yeah. I think we must have went to Toys R Us a different day because it's not in my first like day of pictures here.
Okay.
But the M&M store was the first day because those are the beginning of my pictures.
Because there could be, like there were times I feel like maybe, I don't know, there could be times where we had time to kill. Was Bubblegum Shrimp Company was in Times Square, right?
I think so, yes.
I think so.
I
feel like it was.
I don't remember, to be honest.
Because I know at some point we had to have been able, because we got there at like 12:45ish, and then we didn't have to be at the Skyline Cruise until 2:30. I mean, I don't know how far of a distance that was for driving.
Right.
But I feel like we had a little bit of time to kill because we went, because I know we went to the M&M store. We went to
my laptop shut off, or I could contribute to where we went.
Because I know we went to the M&M store, and we went to
Toys R Us.
Toys R Us, yep. I had to like.
But I don't feel like that. I feel like that was a different day though, for some reason.
I mean, it could have been, or we could have gone there more than once, and it's just not on here.
Yeah.
Because maybe something got canceled, so we had time to kill. Because that happens.
And then the Skyline Cruise, that was when we saw Statue of Liberty, right?
Yes, but we didn't get to go into the Statue of Liberty, which made me very mad. We didn't even get to go onto the island.
Were we supposed to?
No, I think it was closed at
Oh.
the time because there's certain times where I think throughout the year with the
Depending on the
statue
weather,
and
maybe,
everything.
and stuff. Yeah.
Or depending on what's happening in the world.
Mhm.
Who knows? But yeah, so.
But that was still amazing. I was really excited to see it.
Yeah, and I have my Skyline Cruise
Oh my god.
ticket.
I'm gonna wait till like maybe when we're done with storytelling, then I'll like open the memorabilia.
I'm kind of like showing you things as we do.
Yeah.
This is for the Natural Museum history one. I'm like trying to figure out what I all have. I also have the floor plans.
I'm bummed that I don't have all that stuff because I'm the kind of person that keeps everything too.
I'm like, I'm gonna keep this.
So I don't know. Maybe I have more stuff hidden in.
Because I think I kept this too because this way too I could like look back to see like what was all here. And then like maybe like in the future, like when Angela and I moved to New York or even just like we're visiting, we're finding an apartment, I could look back and like see what's changed.
Yeah.
There, I don't know. Plus I think I wanted to show my mom or something too. I don't remember.
I just always grab everything.
Right?
Just for like, yeah, just to have it.
Right?
Oh, that was amazing.
Right? Yeah, and then
After the cruise, do you have any other stories from the cruise?
No,
Statue
but I
of
do
Liberty
have
was
some
amazing.
pictures.
Me
But we
too.
can show those later at the end. I'm trying to think. Were there any stories?
I really like the picture that we have. I don't know if I have it on here though because it wasn't mine, but it's on Facebook. Someone took
of us putting together. I have it somewhere. I don't think it's in my actual photos.
I had it as a profile picture once, I think.
I'm gonna look a minute. But yeah, so it was so much fun. And then we had lunch at Bubblegum Shrimp Company,
which I also loved because I love Forrest Gump. So that was a lot of fun. It was. They also were doing like trivia, and I'm like, I don't know any of this because I didn't watch the movie. Like, have you not seen it still?
No.
We're watching it together sometime. Fun fact I would like to tell the video too is that we've never hung out before. This is the first time ever hanging out. Or really, yes!
I'm gonna show it. Just cause you might not be able to see it. So this is a really cool picture of some of us together.
That was the other two girls in that picture were our other two hotel roommates.
We were roomies. Gosh, my hair was so long back then. I don't understand why I let my hair get so long. Like, it's so crazy. I'm like, why? Why, Nicole?
I forgot that your hair was so long.
Yeah, it's so funny because I look back on all my pictures and I'm like, dang, Nicole, your hair was long.
That was like a staple of you. Like your long hair.
Right? And then my mom was like, oh, well, you can dye your hair, but you need to cut it because it's too long. Well, because I have like thick hair as well.
So it would have been a lot harder to dye.
Yeah. So we would have had to get like a couple boxes. Plus, obviously, I was due for a haircut. And I think I had enough hair that I was able to donate some of it, I think. I don't remember.
Well, win-win for everyone then.
Yeah. And it was in time for my graduation party. So I had a new do for my graduation party. But yeah, so dinner was good. I think at Bubblegum, I don't remember who I was originally sitting with.
I took a picture of my food, that's all I know.
But then I switched with somebody. I don't remember.
It makes me sad that like, were you with Evan most of the time? Because I know I was with Crystal most of the time, but it makes me sad that like you weren't,
Yes and no.
We didn't stay
I
in a
know
group.
for a fact we were together like for transportation wise.
Yeah. Me and her usually sat behind you and Evan if I remember right.
I think at some point too, the four of us ended up together at one point, like at the top of the raft.
Yes.
But that was hilarious. That's a whole nother story in itself.
I have a whole story for that too. The fact that I just stayed up against a wall, like, because I'm terrified of heights.
I wish we would have gotten to go up to the
Empire State Building.
Yeah. I had to think for a minute. Up to where Mount Olympus is, and Percy Jackson.
Ooh. Yeah, you would have been stoked about
Lightning
that.
Thief. I watched it the other day, so that's why I'm like,
I haven't seen that in forever.
it's on Disney Plus.
I don't have any of that.
It's only like $8.
I don't have the internet or TV that that has stuff on it.
Oh my
I used to use my
God.
phone, so.
I don't have a TV that has stuff on it either, but I watch it on my tablet.
Yeah, that would work. It's better than just a small phone. At
Yeah,
least.
I used to watch like the CW and stuff on my phone, and then before I got internet, I was uploading. Oh, that's your food from bubblegum.
And apparently I was with Jade and Crystal.
Oh, that's so cool.
I took that picture. She bought
I wish I would have taken more pictures while we were in there, but again, my camera was being stupid.
I feel so bad.
Memphis!
There's Memphis!
Oh my god!
I want to find, so we're talking about Bubba Gump. I'm gonna find the, wait, what the heck? Where's my keychain picture?
You have a picture of Mr. Board.
Apparently I do.
You like photobombed your picture.
And Evan's looking at me. Oh my god. I thought I had a picture of the peace sign keychain, but apparently it's not.
Maybe that was something you
Hello?
accidentally deleted.
That's sad. Well, okay. Yeah, we're looking at Bubba Gump pictures right now.
Yeah, we're gonna show you all the pictures at the end.
Yes.
But because otherwise, you know.
I have a lot, so I could, if you can edit that part, then we could narrow it down to like the good, you know, the
I
best
can
ones.
try. Maybe like the more meaningful pictures,
Yeah.
and maybe a couple silly pictures.
Because a lot of it is just, like we were
Building.
saying before we started filming, we'd see something like that. Looking back now, it's like, why did we take a picture of that?
Yeah,
like
I
some
took a
dogs.
picture of like one of the entrances and exits of a subway, and I'm like, why did I do that? I also took a picture of a woman with her dog, and I'm like, why? I see dogs in Sheboygan all the time.
I was like, wow, it's a New York dog.
Right? We saw a lot of limos though.
And a lot
At
of-
some point did I see a pink limo at once and I got like a picture of it?
A lot of my pictures are just like random buildings too, because we were like, wow, tall buildings, like.
Right, I have a
Who would've
picture of the
thought?
Macy's building. Like I took some pictures too of like the buildings when we were on the boat.
Yes, because
So
that
I
was
thought
such a
that
cool
so
view.
Yeah. I also took a picture of the
That's
two-story
literally,
McDonald's.
look, sorry,
Yeah,
it's literally
got
the same
Macy's.
building.
Got the Macy's building. I mean, it's iconic. It's iconic. I thought I had a picture of a pink limo.
Oh my god, me.
Or part of a pink limo.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it was like maybe when we were outside of Radio City Hall and we were done. It's either that or I'm imagining
Oh
it.
yeah, I think I remember now. Right outside the front doors.
Yeah, I think we were done and we were like waiting to do our next thing because we had time or whatever or something. I don't remember. Dog.
I'm sure there was limos everywhere, but I was like more focused on like the buildings and.
You know what's interesting? I think I took pictures. I don't remember if I took pictures of the bathroom at Radio City Hall. I thought I did.
I did. The fanciest bathroom of your life.
I feel like I took more pictures and like I don't know what happened to them all.
That's so sad. I feel bad for you.
Cause like I took pictures of pigeons. Like why? I didn't even notice that when I was first looking at it. I'm like, what? Why?
I'm laughing. I'm still laughing at the stoplights. There's a picture of stoplights.
Oh, that's the M&M store.
Oh.
They're not stoplights.
I can't see. Okay. The stoplights are in like focus. They're in like the forefront of the picture. So I was like.
I also took a picture of like a 2-story McDonald's because I've never seen that before. So
Yes,
I'm like,
I did.
I
Too.
need a picture of that. No one's gonna believe me.
This is already 20 minutes almost.
Eh.
I mean,
I have another memory card empty ready
Okay,
to go.
cool.
And my other battery is charging, so I mean, you know, we're good.
yeah, we're good.
Good. We Gucci.
I mean, I would watch a like hours-long video about New York. So
Right? And we're not even doing a mukbang. I mean, we're just talking about our experiences.
that actually would have been a great idea, though.
Yeah,
we
but then we
ate-
would have had more mess.
Right, and like things to try to work around.
Right.
But we should make a mukbang
We
sometime.
should.
Because, like, side note, I'm always down to make videos.
You're like me and Angela. We'll be filming a video and all of a sudden we'll be like, oh, we should do this for a video.
Yes.
Right in the middle of the video.
Do you? We could maybe do Harry Potter today too, if you're down for it.
I have it out just in case.
I'm not doing anything else today, so.
Same. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured I'd grab it just in case. I figured, you know, while we're here, we could at least do like 2 videos if we have time.
Yes,
You know.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And then it says after that was the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Which one was
the
that?
Momo.
I don't remember. Because I only remember the Natural Museum of History.
This was
so am I just blanking things out? See, this is why there's two of us, because...
See, this one was like all the statues. Like, okay, I guess that's all the pictures I took.
Why don't I remember that? Did I block certain things out of my brain? Like...
I hope not, because it was a really cool place.
See, I think I'd have to go back, but I'm pretty sure like things have changed now. So
I just remembered something though. I realize now why I don't even have like that many pictures from there. Because we only went to like one exhibit, and it was the Egyptian exhibit.
Egyptian, yeah.
So I have a lot of pictures of mummy statues.
Look like an Egyptian. Copyright.
But it was really good, and that's the place. So this is where my elevator story comes into play.
Oh boy.
Because Crystal and I, we went, well, I don't know what we were trying to do. I don't remember if we were trying to be like naughty and like sneak off somewhere else, or
if we just thought it was part of the building.
We just wanted to like see a different exhibit. But like, we went in an elevator, we went downstairs and basically ended up in like the basement of the museum where they were like building a new exhibit. So it was like partial artwork that was being like made. There was like tarps and like drapes over things to like hide things, and it was like dark, and it was clearly like people were not supposed to be there. So we just like whoops and went back in the elevator, and then we were like stuck in the elevator for a little bit.
That's when you gotta be like a TikTok. Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
Love TikTok.
I'm not a big fan of TikTok, but I'm like, okay, during this quarantine, I'm like, everybody's talking about TikTok. I feel like I should do TikTok. I've only made one video so far.
I have like 100.
Oh my goodness.
I'm obsessed with TikTok.
Clearly you can tell like I'm like want to make videos, but like
besides, well, YouTube is your thing too, so it's
True.
like it's fine if you don't want to do other.
Well, and I always thought TikTok was stupid, but you know, then here I am making a TikTok video.
Don't.
And there's like a couple other videos that I want to make that I've seen other people do.
Hopefully you'll like my stuff.
Right.
Because
I could find you.
As long as you find like the content you like, it's like it can be fun. There's stupid stuff, but then there's like funny stuff.
Oh yeah, I watch Colleen's stuff all the time.
Oh
Some of the other YouTubers I follow.
I forgot that we both love her. She's my fave still.
Yeah, I'm not a big Miranda Sings fan though.
Oh yeah, you told me that. Oh yeah, because I asked you to go to the show.
Yeah, I'm like, I would have gone just because of the experience, and also because, you know, that would have been like an awesome, fun vlog.
And you
like,
could have met Colleen too, if we did meet and greet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. And then it got canceled.
Right. So when did it happen?
Virus. Yeah. So
that's what we could rant about that. Yeah. Back on topic.
Yeah, and then we did our hotel check-in.
I guess that was it. Yeah.
And it's so funny because our hotel was in New Jersey.
Yep.
So we always had to go through a tunnel. And it's so funny because one of our classmates, Evan, who he was also a grade younger than me,
I was 2 grades younger than you.
Oh, you were
2?
1,
yeah. Yep.
I always thought you were just a year younger than me.
Because I was a sophomore during that trip.
Blonde. I maybe should have looked in my yearbook before you came over just to like refresh my memory.
Honestly, I forgot too. But what made me remember was because you said Evan was 1 below you. I was like, he was 1 above me.
Well, I just assumed you was 1 below me. Just like I assumed you were 1 below me too.
Honestly, I thought that Evan was in your grade.
No. No.
Okay.
No.
I didn't know, because I don't think I knew that. I don't remember that you were a senior on that trip. I thought you were a junior. So that's why. I'm blonde too.
Rude.
Not really.
But yeah, so we went through a tunnel, and every time we went through the tunnel to go to the hotel or to leave the hotel, Evan was always like, let me know when we're out of the tunnel, because he doesn't like tunnels, so his like eyes were closed. And like 5 seconds later he'd be like, are we out of the tunnel yet? And we're like, no, Evan. 5 seconds later, are we out yet? No, Evan. Are we out yet? No, Evan. We will let you know when we are out of the tunnel. Shut up. Like, by like the second day, like we were just like all annoyed with him on the bus. It was hilarious, but it was like, no.
Yeah. And it was like a decently long tunnel too.
It was.
I mean, at least like a full like 1 to 2 minutes probably.
Yeah.
So every 5 seconds of that.
It's what it felt
Are
like.
we out yet? Are we out yet?
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? No.
And then, yeah, I feel like, and I mean, I don't know if you want to like tell like the, you know, dramatic / funny any stories you have, because I have a few of those, but mostly our hotel room was good.
I also remember for like the Natural History Museum, like we were looking for certain things because it was based, like some of the stuff from the movie Night at the Museum was at the museum, so we were looking for
like this.
We were looking for Gum Gum Give Me Dum Dum Give Me
Give me
Gum Gum Give Me Dum Dum. We were looking for
the monkey.
Yeah, I don't remember the monkey's name. I'm sorry, don't come for me.
Me either.
Wasn't there like a few other things that were there from the movie?
That's all I remember.
Oh, the T-Rex.
Oh yeah.
Was there? Yeah.
I got a picture of that.
I think I did too.
Yeah. And the only other thing I remember is the toothbrush thing too. What?
Yes! I want to brush my teeth. We were trying to do.
I'm gonna go brush my teeth.
We were trying to do a Jersey accent. We were doing that the whole trip. We were like, I'm gonna go brush my teeth.
And that was like the best inside joke of the trip for some reason.
It was.
It was the funniest thing in the world.
Because it made it like no sense, but it was funny to us.
And then, can you think of anything else from the first day? Because it just sucks that we don't like, but we can explain things better too with the pictures, so we can wait for that. Because then they can actually see everything we did.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Because I feel like we're not even talking about like the things we did, even though we did like so many things.
I mean, we did things, but we're also like,
haven't seen each other.
We're also telling stories about it.
Right.
That's
and we literally have never hung out in life, so it's like
True.
fun to, and I've never really got to talk about the trip with anybody like this.
True.
So.
Same. Evan, you want to come on next?
Right? No. Does he watch your videos?
I have no idea. I haven't spoken to him. I don't even think I'm friends with him on Facebook anymore.
Either am I.
Is he alive? Is he dead? Evan, are you okay?
Let's check it out. I wonder what Margot's up to too. I never like seen her since high school.
I can't even find Brenda anymore. Brenda Lovers.
Aww.
Whatever. You grow apart from friends. It happens.
And yeah, it's been 7 years since I've graduated high school, and it's been 9 for you then.
9.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Well, 34, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 20. Damn, it's 20.
Yeah.
I had to think for a minute. I'm like, I should remember this because my nephew was born a month before. He was born in May that same year.
Aww.
So he's like the same age as when I graduated.
Yeah.
So it's like I should be able to remember that. And then because we're talking about New York, I'm like drawing a blank because I'm trying to remember stuff from New York.
Right.
Everything else is just like
whatever right now.
Nope. Don't remember.
Yep.
Don't care. Brain doesn't need to know this right now.
I keep bringing up not on the topic things.
Right.
Sorry for that.
Yeah. And
so then day 2, we had breakfast at our hotel every day.
They had waffle makers.
Yes.
Delicious. Having waffles.
Oh God, this is a whole ass story.
Oh yeah. So part of the reason. So okay. So I don't know about band because I was never in band. Were you in band? No. So for the choir trips for sure, not sure about band, we do perform while on the trip. It's not just a trip, it's for us to also perform. So we performed in a couple of churches. One of those, which we'll get into, I think was like the second or last day, we performed in the church that survived the 9/11 because it was like near the 9/11 site. And we got to perform in there. So we did a lot of practicing, and I think, were we bad our first one, which was the second day, which was at the
That's what I'm
St. John the Divine Cathedral. I don't think our teacher was happy with us. But you know, he has to understand, like, you know, the first day we were
probably tired and like jet lagged.
Yeah,
well, not jet
and
lagged,
we were
but
also like just so excited to be in New York, where Mr. Bourne could care less because he's been there how many times.
do you remember how bad it was? That's why I like
It was-
started geeking right away.
Yeah.
We did. So okay, we'll say where it was. It was at St. John,
yeah.
the Divine Cathedral, which wasn't it like the biggest church there?
I think so. It had like a lot of like
the stained glass,
a lot of like open space for like echo and
really
like,
really tall
acoustics.
church and like open everything, like beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did really bad. Like people left. It was we weren't performing for like a specific audience or anything. It was just like whatever people happened to come in to like look at the church to be like, oh cool, there's someone singing here, and then they would stop and listen for a bit.
Right.
But people would listening and then would just walk off after like a minute because we forgot the words. We didn't know our notes.
Well, weren't we supposed to like have our music or something? I don't remember. Did we have our music?
Yeah. Because he yelled at us in the bus after and was like, you are all gonna like read your music.
I think I remember reading the music on the bus. Yep. Didn't we have to practice on the bus a couple times too? Yeah. It was horrible.
I was embarrassed for us. It was
Same. I felt like so upset because like he was yelling at us on our trip. Like, dude, you have to understand, like we just got to New York.
Yeah.
We're tired. We're excited to see everything. Like we don't want to sing.
I don't honestly know why we did so bad though.
I don't know
like
either.
Apart from that, I mean
it could also have been the acoustics because of how big it was. That could have also been.
Because I don't think, now that you say it, I feel like I couldn't hear the rest of everybody.
Yeah, so it could have been the acoustics and not us. So, and it could have also too been like because of the day before with everything that we were doing.
Yeah.
You know. So.
But apart from singing awfully, it was a beautiful church, so that was cool to see.
Yeah, and then
it says lunch on our own.
Yeah, one of these times, I have to look a minute. One of these times, I don't remember when it was. I think it was this day. We went, there was a day where we went to Whole Foods. Never been there. And so I didn't know that all the food there was basically like healthier food. So I was trying to find something to eat, and I got a salad, and I barely ate it, and so I was like so hungry and so miserable the rest of the day until we got actual food.
That's super sad.
Yeah.
So you had to wait till Dallas barbecue.
I wasn't a big salad person, you know, to begin with. And I'm like, if I do eat a salad, because like I will eat a salad occasionally, but I'm very, very picky about my salads. So, you know, going into a grocery store that I've never been into before.
Yeah.
You know, and trying to find something that's not too expensive, but also will be
somewhat filling. Yeah.
It was very hard.
Which, speaking of expensive, that's like another thing that for me that sticks out from the trip is like, from being from Wisconsin, and I was like still pretty young, like 16, never really went anywhere. I felt like everything was so expensive.
It is,
and
it's New York, so everything is expensive.
And I wasn't even like aware of that because I was like so naive,
right?
And just like never really went out of Wisconsin,
right?
So it was like, oh, I want this cool chocolate bar because it has iHeart and Y wrapping, and it's like $11 for a chocolate bar,
right?
But I bought it.
And then we toured the Lincoln Center, and I think we performed there as well.
No, we didn't.
I thought we did. There was a place where we performed. It wasn't just a church.
It was the church the first day, and then it was the church the last day.
No, I think we did do it in the Lincoln Center because we sounded better that day.
Really?
Yeah, I remember because we were able to go on that stage and do it. They let us do it, I think.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't remember it that way. I don't remember us performing at Lincoln Center.
I do.
We watched a little like play practice or something. They were on stage.
Yeah, I think we watched that, and then I think they were done. So then there was like some time, so I think they let us go on stage
just to like practice or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, to see if we sounded better. And then we did.
Yeah, because I know, like, at the last church, too, we did way better.
Yeah. It was also the last day, so I think everybody was, like, ready to, like, go home.
Right.
But, like, nobody was, like, ready to go back to school the next day.
I wasn't ready to go home, but I was going to tell that story at the end.
Same.
Basically, because we both want to live there. I didn't want to leave.
I'm going to be living there soon.
Excited for you.
I'm excited for myself. That's why I'm like so giddy about this video, because it's like bringing up things and I'm like, oh yeah, in a couple years and
it's like your dream like destinations.
Well, I mean, not really. I'm taking along, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, New York is a great place, but I feel like for me as a YouTuber, even though I'm not monetized to make money yet,
California.
I feel like the best place would be California, because that's where all the other YouTubers are, like Shane Top. I have a crush on him.
Wait, who?
Shane Top from Smosh.
Oh, I've never really watched Smosh, but I know they're like, you know, one of the best.
I'm gonna show you a picture from real quick. Shane Top from Smosh. Him.
The blonde, or the same guy?
Yeah, it's the same guy.
He is cute. I like him better with the like dirty blondes, like light brown.
He has a
hair better,
mustache now because of the quarantine, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that.
I love facial hair, so.
Well, because I got so used to like watching the videos without him having facial, like this facial hair, I'm fine with. But like just the mustache, I'm like,
yeah, then it's questionable.
you look like a creepy dude.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Gotta add the beard with it.
Yeah. But like, it's so funny because he's 2 years older than me, and I'm like, not only are you dateable, but you're smashable. Get it? I had to.
Maybe that's
why
their name's
Shane
Smosh.
Top, hit me up. He doesn't watch my videos.
If you see this, hey, maybe someday.
Right. Or maybe somebody will tweet him the thing.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be like so embarrassed. I'm like, no. Okay. Moving on.
But the Lincoln Center, honestly, like, apart from that, well, clearly I don't remember even that. I don't remember much of it besides just, like, we saw some people, like, performing. And then I remember we weren't allowed to take pictures, and I was sad because it was, like, that was it's like a performing arts center, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so
yeah,
I was like,
isn't that where they do, like, the honorary things? Like, where they honored, like, Reba and, like...
Exactly. Wait, isn't that where we, or never mind, that was at Radio City. I'm trying to think, something was just coming back to me, but I lost it. I think I was thinking of, like, the book where all the, like, celebrities signed it and stuff, but that was at Radio City.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, then we ate at Dallas Barbecue, which I don't remember that.
I do a little, just because I have, like, a couple pictures.
Oh, I remember bubblegum, because that was, like, so, like...
Iconic.
Weird to me, because I've never, like...
Seen
a restaurant like that. It's like another restaurant that we're gonna tell you about in a minute.
Yeah.
Not in a minute, but
it's
like
themed.
Probably like 5 hours from now. 5 hours.
Honestly.
Later.
Hopefully you have enough storage. Otherwise, we'll have to like try to.
I got enough
stay on top.
I got like a bunch of memory cards.
Okay.
I have like another 64 gigabytes. It's all good.
Okay, good.
I'm not daily vlogging anymore, so yeah, no.
You're not.
Not until July. Yeah. My vlogs don't do so well.
Oh.
Yeah. And then we
probably like her favorite part.
Show. It's so funny because before we went on this trip and our tour guide told us what the show was about, we all thought it was about Elvis Presley, and so I was like, I don't want to go see this.
Oh!
See,
I was probably Jack, but I don't even remember.
I wasn't like, I'm not a big Elvis fan. Like, you know, like, I'm not like a huge, like, I know, like, not like, I don't like fully know some of his songs, but like, I know like, Moshe Good, or like,
Hound Dog,
Viva Las Vegas, you know,
all like,
like
the popular ones.
Yeah, but I'm not like a fan, you know. I just like know a few of his songs, and that's good, you know. That's fine. That's all I need. As long as I know who Elvis is, we're good.
Right, I'll accept that. You know who Elvis is.
Yeah, and it's so funny because Chad Kimball plays Huey Calhoun. Hackadoo! I loved that catchphrase. It's so funny because we were watching the show, and I'll tell you what it's about in a moment. We were watching the show, and remember how we were sitting together, right?
I don't remember.
I feel like I think we were sitting together because I don't know if I told you or if I just told myself, but I'm like, that Huey character reminds me so much of the guy I was dating at the time.
Ha!
Which you know who he is.
Yep.
I'm not going to say his name because he don't deserve it. Watch my nightmare relationship video. You'll know who I'm talking about.
Oh,
but
I'll have to watch that. I've never
I changed his name in it though, and I left out a few things, but then I got so much heat for it from some of his friends, and I'm like, I don't care.
It's your channel, so you can say what
And
you
his
want.
cousin didn't say anything to me about it, so I'm like, okay.
Remind me to check
And I
that
did
out.
unblock him and was like, you're okay with me posting this video, right? He's like, yeah, because it's relatable to other people, and you did leave out a few things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and you did change my name, so I'm like, okay, cool.
I just have to say, before you get into
Katy
like
Perry a little bit.
She does. Before you tell like your Memphis experience, because you actually like have an experience and like the stories to tell. Yeah, I don't honestly like remember anything about it because I've never like looked into it since we saw it, and I knew nothing going into it.
Lion King.
All I remember was, I mean, it didn't have to do with like racism and like.
Yeah, it was during the segregation period.
Yeah.
It was sometime after the Rosa Parks thing. But this was in a town of Memphis, and a white guy, Huey Calhoun, really liked black music, and he stumbled into a club that was owned by black people and fell in love with the female lead who was singing at the bar. I don't remember her name in the show. I know Huey's because, I mean, obviously. Oh, I think her name was Felicia.
I think that's right.
And he gets her onto the radio, gets her music on the radio, and then eventually he gets a show where it's, I don't know if there were actually, like, I don't know if there were other white people on the show. I know there were, like, a lot of, like, the black people on the show. But he had his own show, and then her and him were dating, and he asked her to marry him. I think she said yes at one point, right?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I could have sworn she said yes.
Or maybe, am I imagining it that?
No,
did she say
he proposed to her.
She said no the first time.
I think because
she was scared of being judged.
He did it in public. He did it on a street. Because I remember after that, 2 white guys came and they beat them up.
Yep.
And then that's when the silent black guy started singing, and everybody on stage, the characters were like, he's speaking.
You
got chills.
I literally just got full body goosebumps like remembering that scene because I totally forgot about that.
Say a prayer.
Oh my god.
A change is coming.
So good.
Well, that's okay. Well, okay, so side note, it kind of has to do with what's going on in the world, because obviously the show does in some ways relate to what's happening in the world with the Black Lives Matter movement. So the other day I was at my cousin's house and we were watching the news, and all of a sudden, like, the song Change Don't Come Easy from Memphis came on, and I'm like, Angela, they should all just start singing Change Don't Come Easy. And then I was like, listen to your mama. And then I just started singing it, and then I was singing some of the other songs.
Belting
like,
all the songs.
Yeah, and then I was like, everybody wants to be black on a Saturday night.
I'm gonna have to go home and listen to the soundtrack for sure, because I've never listened to it.
It's such a good thing, and I also have the DVD. So I'm like so excited.
Yay, we should watch that together then sometime, because yeah.
It was like
the only other thing that just came back to me too was that it had so much dancing too.
So much dancing.
And that's why,
so good.
like, even though I didn't know anything about the musical going in, I like thoroughly enjoyed it the whole time because it was like really good dancing, and I loved dancing.
I mean, they said it wasn't about Elvis Presley like we all thought it was. And they said I think they mentioned that it was about segregation. If I remember correctly.
I probably wasn't paying attention, to be honest, when we were told what it was about.
Yeah.
I don't remember that conversation. Look at... Sorry guys, I'm struggling with my laptop. It keeps shutting off.
Right?
Just want to show pictures later.
Right?
But yeah,
it was so amazing. And then we went home. Or not home, we went back to our hotel.
Yeah, that was the last thing.
Our home for the trip.
That was at, well, it said we got there at 7:30 to Memphis. That says the curtain is at 8, and then return to hotel was 11.
Yeah, I really wish though, because I have to change the battery.
Sorry, I'm just noticing on our itinerary, it doesn't say anything about, there's like a lot of things missing. Because I'm remembering, because one of my highlights was seeing John Lennon's apartment and the Strawberry Fields Memorial.
Oh,
and that's
that was
not even on
I
here.
think that was something we drove past, maybe?
No, we did that. That was in Central Park. But Central Park isn't even on our itinerary. That's what I'm saying. Central Park and the fountain. Remember, like, we walked, there was, like, the fountain that was in Stuart Little or whatever. We sat by the fountain. We walked through Central Park.
That could have been something that was maybe switched or something else.
I think we did that after. That
could have been something that was in here.
That was near the church. I think it was on day 2. But
yeah,
I know we did it.
Yeah, I remember too. Well, I don't remember the apartment, but I do remember Central Park because I remember we were at Central Park and it was taking forever. We were like just sitting on the bus because our bus driver was trying to parallel park.
Really?
The bus, yes.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and then like at the end,
Bernadette, that was her name. Sorry, Bernadette.
Yeah, and then after he did it, we were all clapping for him because like it's hard to parallel park to begin with, but to parallel park a tour bus.
Yeah.
That
with like 50 teenagers in it.
skills, mad skills, bro, mad skills. Get a round of applause. I remember like we just like all give them because we were like at Central Park and we were like, why are we just sitting on the bus?
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, he's trying to parallel park.
Yeah.
And then we were like, woohoo, yeah.
Oh, Upper Manhattan, Strawberry Fields.
Yeah.
But okay, since I think that was on day 2, I'm gonna talk about that for a second.
That's fine.
Cause yeah, that was like one of the highlights for me because
I don't remember the Strawberry Fields.
That's so sad. I mean, I knew that for most people it wasn't like anything. You have to love like John Lennon to like care about it.
Yeah. I don't remember the apartment either. I remember Central Park, but I don't remember.
Because I mean, all that was they just pointed across the street and they're like, this is the Dakota. It's John's apartments where he lived when he got shot, and like they showed the gate where he was like basically came out of the gate and got shot right there.
Whoa.
And so like that was like really like emotional for me because I love him and I love the Beatles. So and then we saw his, like it was Strawberry Fields was the section of the park, and then like I have the pictures I can show you, but the memorial said Imagine, and it was like in the ground, a big like, it's like a mosaic kind of thing in the ground if I remember right, and it says Imagine in it.
You have that exact picture?
Yeah, I can just find it right now.
Because maybe if I see it, I might recognize it. Because like I said, certain things have been blocked out of my memory.
I feel ya.
I mean, I think most of it, like, it is like stuff that was actually like on the itinerary that I remember.
Right, it's hard to remember unless it's like says it on the paper.
Yeah, or if you have pictures of it to be like, oh yeah, this happened. Or oh yeah, we saw this.
Okay, I'm like,
I took a picture of the voice billboard.
So did I. I saw that in your pictures before.
I think that's like when like the voice was like first a thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like the first season of it.
Oh, okay, here it is. I was like, where is
Speaking
it?
of Times Square, so I was rewatching Glee.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't remember that. Sorry.
And there was like a guy, there's like a bunch of hippies around there like selling stuff. And
oh, remember when we were in Times Square? Who did we see? Did we see the naked out, the cowboy, or did somebody else? Or who did we? Or did we see Prince or someone? I don't remember.
Prince.
Like a Prince impersonator or an Elvis impersonator. There were people on Times Square that were like doing things for money and like impersonators, and I don't remember who we saw.
There was definitely an assless chaps guy though, I think.
Yeah, because I remember like I think like we were exchanging stories of like, oh yeah, we saw so and so, and they're like, oh, we saw this, and we're like, why didn't we see this? that.
Right. I was too focused. I feel like I was so obsessed with the building because I never saw such extravagant stores.
And like all the signs.
Yeah.
But no, speaking of Times Square, it's kind of like off topic, but kind of not. I was rewatching Glee a couple weeks ago, and it's when they have, I believe, nationals in New York. And
I'm watching it next when I finish Seinfeld. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh man. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but like,
it's okay if you do.
in Times Square, you see like Rachel being all excited, and they do like a pan view around her. You see a billboard for the Brotherhood, whatever play that was, and you see Daniel Radcliffe's picture. I never noticed that before, and then like I had to, like, when I watched it, I was like, wait a minute, was that Daniel Radcliffe? What? And I had to pause it, and then I took a picture and I sent it to Angela. I'm like, Angela, look what's in the Glee episode. They were actually on location.
That's so cool.
Right, like that shows you just how well, like, that they were actually on location versus in a studio recreating. I mean, they still could have, I don't know.
But
I don't think you can recreate Times Square in a studio.
That well, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's awesome though. Now I'll notice it when I watch because
yeah, it's just like a big, like, Daniel Radcliffe.
Because he was in what was the musical? Something about business.
Yeah. Here.
How to be a businessman or something like that.
Daniel Radcliffe on Broadway. Oh wait. Daniel Radcliffe on Broadway.
There's no business like show business.
Here's a summary from Broadway.com. He made his Broadway
whatever
debut
show
in
this
2008
is.
as Alan
What is it? Why isn't it telling us?
Necklace, and returned to
what Broadway show?
2011, singing
How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
Yeah, not what I said.
I just remember like Brotherhood because he's like, it's a brotherhood of men.
Yeah.
Copyright.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've watched. I was like scrolling through YouTube one day and I saw Daniel Radcliffe was in Broadway. I was like, what?
Mhm.
Like, I need to watch this. He can sing.
Hell yeah.
He can dance.
Mhm.
What?
I know he was on it, but I've never seen it either. Like, I've never heard any of the songs.
Darren Criss was in it. I think Nick Jonas was in it too. Character. Anyways,
that's a star-studded show.
Yeah, Broadway. What have you done to me, Angela? Yeah, and then we returned to. Are we on day 3 already? I don't remember.
Yeah, Memphis.
Yeah,
hotel.
after the Broadway show, we went back to our hotel, went to bed.
I just brought up Central Park because I think it was that day. Honestly, I'm not sure, but
yeah, it's weird that it's not on the itinerary.
Yeah,
because that's like such an iconic place to go to.
Mhm.
Unless maybe it was like a maybe thing, depending on how busy it was or depending on the weather, maybe.
Yeah.
Because we were walking around in Central Park. It was so cool.
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm having a
and we have like a ton of pictures from that too, like
the
Alice in Wonderland statues and stuff.
I don't think I have that. I took a picture of the rock, the granite rock or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
There was
a bunch of
took a picture of
statues
a
and
fountain.
Fountain.
We'll show you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the next day we went to the Museum of Natural History.
Which is where apparently we left you behind, and I feel bad.
No, actually, I think it was the Arts Museum, because I believe it was at night.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got stuck with their teacher for a bit, and then we found you.
Probably because we were getting lost and...
Was there like an Egyptian exhibit at the Natural Museum? Because I know I have pictures from the Egyptian exhibit, but I don't remember where.
We'll see when when I get to my pictures. I remember that they had like the,
let's see here.
What's it called? Like the stuffed animals. The whole exhibit with like those, like...
I don't remember.
I forget what that's called when you stuff an animal.
I don't remember either.
There's a whole exhibit with those, like, animals in their habitats. There was like the space and planets area. I have pictures. I'm
not seeing any Egyptian stuff. So I don't think there was. Museum. They had a butterfly conservatory. We didn't do that?
They didn't do that, but they did.
I love butterfly conservatories.
Do you remember in the space
Theodore
section?
Roosevelt Rotunda, whatever that
Ooh, I
is.
think I remember that.
Big Bang Theater. Is that where you get to watch the Big Bang Theory?
Please, thank you. Love that show.
Museum shop. I know we were in there.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
there's-
probably where she got. Or no, or
Yeah.
did you get this at the MoMA? No, you got it at the History Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not seeing any.
Do you remember in the space section how they had in the floor, this is a cool story, in the floor they had scales that you could step on and see what you would weigh on each planet? Or
I
on
think so.
I
Wasn't that at the Mars dinner place thing?
I think it was at the museum.
Yeah, no, my Egyptian stuff must have been from the art museum. The art museum is where you guys left me behind. Cause like cause we found you guys in the Egyptian area, and then I take along with you.
Okay.
And I left the teacher behind. They're like, bye.
Bye, Mr. Bourne.
I want to be with my group,
Aw, I'm glad you
with my
found
peeps,
us.
with my girls, and
Hell
the one
yeah.
guy.
Yeah. But yeah, that was amazing.
But he seemed like a girl sometimes.
Well,
Not being mean, it's just, you know.
one of the girls.
Yeah. He was like one of the girls. It was all good. And we had lunch on our own.
But yeah, do you have any other stories about the museum? I just remember it was
I remember we had
amazing.
to ask somebody where the monkey was.
Oh yeah.
Because we couldn't find the monkey.
Oh yeah, and it was all the like dinosaur bones.
Yeah. Which I have a picture of the T-Rex.
And it was just, I just remember thinking it was like so huge and there was so many different exhibits.
Wait a minute. I need to look a minute. I could have swore I took a picture of the monkey. Where the hell is the monkey?
I have a picture of the monkey.
Egypt. A dog. Sprint store. I took a picture.
Oh my god. Love that for you.
Oh, I think I took a picture of like a movie theater that was there because it's blurry. I have a picture of you.
Hee I saw that before. Oh, my laptop.
Barbie.
It shut off
From
again,
the
so I
thing
can't
again.
find my monkey picture.
Oh, yeah, I do have, okay. I was like, I know I took a picture of the monkey. Where's the monkey?
I took a picture of that too.
It looks, we're going to show you the picture in a minute, but it looks like a bird, like the mama bird or papa bird is eating the baby bird. So I had to take a picture. I don't even know. I think this was when we were like upstairs and looking at all of the things.
Yep.
And it was dark. I don't think my flash worked on the camera. Or I didn't know how to use it. I mean, I'm a blonde. What do you expect?
We were like pretty young and dumb. I mean, we went to fall school too. So.
Well, I was also like, okay, so my mom had a digital camera. She let me use it because I didn't have a camera at the time. But the camera was working fine before we went to New York. And then because of going through like the x-ray machine at TSA, I think it did something to my mom's camera. So the entire trip, I was having issues trying to take pictures. So it kept shutting off or something. So like I had to try to be quick with taking pictures, and it's not like I had a smartphone. I had a flip phone at the time. So it's not like I could take pictures on my phone.
I didn't even have a cell phone at the time, so.
I had a flip phone.
Yeah, I had a camera just like that.
Yeah.
A digital.
So, and then I get a digital camera for graduation present for my grandparents on top of money. So, you know.
Well, I hope then you'll have fun looking at my pictures then.
Yeah,
Since
I hope so.
Since you weren't able to take like 700 like
yeah. I was really glad I got to take some of the pictures that I did.
Yeah.
It's
Better
so
than
cool.
nothing.
Yeah.
After once I feel like I probably took pictures of everything, so we'll find out where we ate lunch and stuff.
True.
When we look at the pictures.
I know at one point I think we went to McDonald's, to one of the McDonald's we were nearby.
Did we?
Yeah, I feel like we did, yeah. And then we went to Radio City Hall and we got to meet one of the Rockettes. It was so cool. But we got to see the bathrooms. They were really cool.
Yes.
I thought I took a picture of the bathrooms, but apparently I didn't.
We got, also we saw the tour of, like, behind the stage. Do you remember that? We saw, like, all the mechanics of the stage.
So.
Like, how people get, like, lifted up on platforms or, like, how they spin around and things like that.
So, yeah.
That was amazing.
We got a tour of it. I have a pin. I don't know where it is at the moment. It's like making me mad. I had it, if you guys have watched my vlogs when I was like organizing my jewelry, I have that same exact pin. And I showed you guys it in a vlog. And
how do the YouTubers focus?
I have the same exact pin. I found it in with my jewelry, took it out, and when I went to go put stuff away, I don't know where I put the pin. Makes me mad.
That makes me sad.
Yeah. I also have some other things, which I like 2 shirts from like a Toys R Us store from.
Oh, we didn't talk about that when we were talking about Times Square.
Yeah, we can go back.
We went to Toys R Us.
Because I have a feeling we were at Times Square at least twice.
We can just talk about specifics when we get to the pictures probably.
Yeah.
Since there's like so much to remember.
Yeah, I did buy 2 shirts. I didn't bring them out, but they're from the Twilight era. I have one with Alice and one with Bella on it. They also have like penny pressing things.
Yep.
I don't know where those pennies went. When Rachel was like, oh yeah, I have my penny pressing things, and I'm like, oh, that's right.
You're like, where are mine?
I have those. Where are they?
I don't know if I have
some
mine.
from the zoos, from the Milwaukee County Zoo as well. I remember, didn't I have to ask if you or Margot or someone for like a quarter or something because I didn't have enough change or something?
Yeah.
I think a gift card or something.
American Museum Natural History.
Ooh,
mine is.
I know I did one at the Toys R Us store. I don't know if I did any other ones.
I thought I had more than one too, but I guess that's it. I'm not going to anything else yet.
Yeah, but I think I had to ask somebody for change. Be like, I don't have like enough. Can somebody like borrow me like a dime or a quarter or whatever? I really need to do this.
Yes.
Might be the only thing I get. Not really.
Right though? cheapest souvenir you can get is a penny.
But it's also the most easiest thing to lose.
True. But yeah, that was amazing. I remember just like being in awe because like, yeah, especially at the time, like it still is like a dream, but I think like my dreams changed a little bit. Like at the time I was really, really obsessed with New York, and like I wanted to live there so bad and like just like stay there forever. And just the thought of being in a place where like so many amazing actors and musicians and stuff had been, like I was like in awe the whole time we were at Radio City. Mm-hmm. And we were in like the audience, you know how it had like the yellow curtains, and they explained something about why like, it looked like the sun, and there was like a reason for that, but I forget.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But they were like talking about all the like amazing performances that have been there and like singers, and I just took like 1,000 pictures of the stage because I was like, people have been on this, like this is incredible. That
was like me with like the Backstreet Boys concert. I was like taking multiple pictures of like the stage.
Yes.
And Dan and Phil, I'm like, I need to take a picture of the stage because the stage is just so cool. But yeah. And
then it says shopping / browsing
at Fifth Avenue.
Which wasn't what, that was Chinatown Day, right?
No, Chinatown.
Or was that the last tour of, no.
I think Chinatown was the last day.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to Chinatown and then like we stopped at a mall for lunch.
Yes.
And we had time to kill to look around before going to the airport. And that's when I went to Claire's.
This might have been. Oh my God.
I still have that purse from Claire's.
Oh.
I got 2 purses. Remember, I got one from Chinatown. And then I got one from Claire's. I still have both of them.
That's cute.
I think.
Remember, someone in our grade was getting her ears pierced for the first time at Claire's. And one of the chaperones / teachers pretended to be her mom because she needed a parent signature.
Oh, I don't remember that.
That just came back to me.
Like, why couldn't you wait to get your ears pierced at Claire's in Sheboygan?
Hey, if you can do it in New York, that's a story to tell.
Yeah, but you know. That way you don't have to worry about like anything going bad between the time you get it pierced and time you be home.
Like getting infected.
Yeah, or having to like go to the emergency room or something.
Yeah. Well, I think it all worked out well for her.
Right.
But yeah. I think that was when we did the Lego store then? Fifth Avenue maybe?
Was there a Lego store on Fifth Avenue?
Or me and Crystal went to Lego store. I don't know if you were with us.
I don't remember.
Or is Fifth Avenue like the fancy place?
Fifth Avenue is the fancy place. big time.
Then I
like,
don't
the
even-
most expensive stuff like Gucci and Louis Vuitton, and
Well, that's why
I don't think any of us did.
Yeah.
Unless you have a rich parents, which we don't.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't give me enough money to go to Gucci anyway, even
Same.
if they did have it. So
Same. I don't think I would ever buy anything from Gucci, to be honest with you. Not even a pair of sunglasses.
no, definitely not. Not for me. I like the cheap things. So
Same. Hashtags are not sorry. Or be like Joshua TV. Hashtag sorry not sorry.
yes,
He doesn't do that anymore.
I still watch him too.
Same. I haven't watched a lot of his videos lately, but you know. I'm like that sometimes. I'm like, I don't feel like watching your video today.
Yeah.
And then I just never get around to watching.
And then eventually you'll catch up on other videos.
if I decide to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I loved this too.
And I went to the wax museum. With a celebrity. Funny story. You remember we were over by the Britney Spears one? Evan. Oh my god. So Britney Spears was like on a thing where when we show you the picture you'll see
She was bending backwards on a pole, right?
not a pole. It was like a not a ladder, but it was like it had things where you could climb up.
Yeah.
So like a ladder pole thing or whatever.
Yeah.
She had like a foot up and she was like this. I have a picture of it.
Me too.
Evan decided he wanted to recreate it. And it was hilarious. He
do you have
wasn't
the
like
picture?
on. I don't have a picture of Evan doing it, but I have. Wait a minute.
I think I did the same thing, but it looks terrible, so.
I know for a fact we saw NSYNC. Did I take a picture of NSYNC? Because
Was there NSYNC? I don't remember that.
yeah, there was NSYNC because
I didn't
I
take a
got
picture.
so excited. I was like, oh, it's NSYNC.
It's interesting, a side note I have to say, it's interesting to see how our interests have changed since the trip too, because,
Yep, NSYNC. I have it.
oh my god, I don't have that.
I have what's his name? Edward. Robert Pattinson. That's it.
I took pictures with him, with Carrie Underwood.
I had to think of. I couldn't remember his name. I have NSYNC. All 5 members. Carrie Underwood, Britney Spears, Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, Lady Gaga, Usher.
Wait, I love Lady Gaga so much, but I wasn't as into her at the time, so now I'm stoked about it. I didn't care at the time.
Yeah.
But
So-
it's interesting to see our interest change, because I took pictures next to certain statues, but you can tell which ones I'm obviously more stoked about.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a picture, no, I didn't even take it with it. I took a picture of Jennifer Aniston's, and I'm obsessed with Friends now.
I've always been a
But at the time,
Words.
I was like, oh cool, Jennifer Aniston. And now I would be hugging that statue and taking a picture with it.
Did you know her dad is on Days of Our Lives?
Mm-hmm.
My dad told me that one year. He's like, yeah, did you know, so-and-so? I don't even remember his name because it's been so long since I've watched Days. Why? I'm having issues, people. Clearly, I know how to dump. Yeah, it was so much fun. And then our bus broke down at some point, so we ended up having to get, a smaller bus. And all the things. And it was just...
A hassle.
yeah.
But
Okay, seriously, Mom?
I know.
I'm busy right now.
I know my mom is probably texting me too right now.
We'll have to wait with Rachel filming videos and talking.
Mine's texting me about taxes because I never got my federal return.
I haven't gotten my federal either, but my grandpa does my taxes, and because I had insurance through the marketplace, we didn't know that we needed to have that with.
Mm-hmm.
So I had gotten a thing from them, and then I had to fill it all out, and then I mailed it, or my mom faxed it to them, and they got it, but I think because of the coronavirus,
Mm-hmm.
things got pushed back. But they're also letting people file their taxes until July something. So I'm hoping,
Exactly.
I'm
So-
hoping by the end of July I get my taxes.
Right. I mean, I'm sure I'll get it soon. Because my mom...
I got my state.
Me too. That's what my mom was texting me before, though. She was like, oh, did you get them? And I said no, and then she was like, we should probably call them because you should have gotten by now.
Oh, my grandma's tried. You can't get through.
Oh. Well, and then I texted her back before when I was over there. I was like, yeah, we should do that. Thanks for looking out for me. But then I just like put the phone on. She's probably trying to call me.
Well, cause like my mom called me and I didn't see she called me, and then all of a sudden I got a thing, and then she texted me and she's like, well, you're no fun. I'm like, I'm filming, leave me alone.
Aww. We're in the middle of a 2-hour-long video. Leave us alone.
Right?
And then after the wax museum we went to dinner at Mars 2112, which was like dark. They basically simulated, like, wasn't it like a spaceship kind of / Mars?
Yeah.
It was dark, and there was like a lot of red, I remember, like neon
Yeah,
lights.
there were like activity things you could do too while waiting for your food. Wasn't there like a video or like a game or something?
We did like a spaceship simulation, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was so cool.
And then I don't remember if it was the waiters or just people that stood there, like, as, you know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But they were, Crystal took a picture with a lady that had like green paint and was like a Martian.
I don't remember that.
That was cool.
Yeah, and then we went to the top of the rock.
Because why couldn't we go to the Empire State Building?
I think it was like closed or it was cheaper to go to the top of the rock.
Yep.
Or there was like a lot of people.
I think it was.
They're always so busy and packed.
I think it was because it was cheaper.
Yeah.
Because they explained to us how it was like pretty much like the same height.
Yeah.
It was still a super tall building, and it was way cheaper to go to, so.
Yeah, so we went to the top of the rock, and we got to have a picture taken. It's like inside the building, like emulating like we're at the top of the rock.
Green screen that you're up in the air.
Yeah, well, there was like a picture behind us. It wasn't green screen. But yeah, it was so cool. I still don't understand why I was wearing makeup on the trip, but whatever. I think I wanted to look nice. Like, am I trying to find a boyfriend? Like,
I did
what's
too.
happening?
I wore makeup on the trip too.
I wanted to look on fleek.
Right.
But yeah, and then we went at night.
Mhm.
It's so hard to take pictures and videos at night because there's like glass, you don't like fall off or whatever.
Was there?
Yeah, there was like a protector thing so you couldn't like jump or fall off or get pushed off.
Mhm.
I mean, you could still try. I mean,
right.
You know?
How strong is this glass?
Right. But it's so funny because we were up there and I'm, you know, trying to take pictures, but like the flash was like making a glare so you couldn't see everything.
Mhm.
And then Evan, you guys with Evan came up to me and you were like,
I didn't.
I thought you were with him.
Well, the whole time we were on the top, I was like back, as far back as you can be, like up against a wall. Because I'm terrified
maybe
of
we were
heights.
near you or something. I don't remember. But Evan asked me what my name was, like, and I'm like, it's Nicole. Like, you know this? And he's like, no, like your last name. I don't know if you wanted my last name or my middle name and last name. But I told him, and then he gets down on one knee. Doesn't have a ring. And he's like, Nicole, so-and-so, will you marry me? And I was like, what is going on?
I remember that.
I'm like, what? I was like so confused.
Like, he actually had like an engagement ring?
No, there was no ring, which was one of the reasons why I was so confused. I'm like, is this for real? Are you pranking me? Like, what's going on? I was like so confused.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
I'm like, dude, we're not even dating.
But yeah, that's funny though. And then another thing with that is that I was just super stoked to be at that building because it's like, to me, like the 30 Rock building in my whole life is like the NBC building, like, because that's where they film NBC News, it's where they film SNL and all these like shows I love.
Saturday Night Live!
And like, yeah, I just like idolize all those comedians and stuff, so I was like, they have walked on these floors, they have been on this. I wish, ooh, but speaking of that, I did really wish when we went there we would have gotten a tour of like whatever one's on Channel 4, or there's like something was in that building, like Good Morning America, or like the Today, I think it was the Today Show.
Did we ever go past those windows? I don't remember.
Good question. Maybe we were on the news. And I wish we could have gotten to see the SNL stage and stuff. Would have been awesome. Well.
But yeah, and then we went back to the hotel and went back to bed, and then we had to pack up all our stuff. And then
yeah, the next morning we checked out. So now we put our stuff back on the coach bus or whatever.
Yeah. And then we got a tour of Lower Manhattan.
Which that was like the 9/11 memorial, and like, or they were building the memorial. We saw it like in construction.
Yeah. And then at some point we had to change into our choir outfit.
And went to perform at Trinity Church at Wall Street.
Which is the church that survived the 9/11 attack. Because it was so close to it. We even got to walk through Wall Street too.
Yeah, that was awesome. Which
was so cool. We got to see some of the statues on there and everything. And then we went to a mall near, I think it was close to the airport. It was like near the ocean or lake or whatever body of water.
Hudson Bay?
Yeah.
What was there?
Yeah. And then I got a purse from Claire, so I ended up with 2 purses. At some point, I think it was, I don't remember exactly when we went to Chinatown that day, but we went to Chinatown and we took a different route because of the traffic jam at the time.
Yep.
Because the bus driver knew, like, oh, it's gonna be.
I'm excited for our Chinatown story. I have 2. One's not really a story, it's just a funny tidbit.
Yeah, so.
Can I tell this from my perspective?
Yeah.
Because, like, here's what I remember.
I don't understand how to hassle people, or haggle people, or whatever the terminology is.
Bargain?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this is my whole underground market, black market story, the way I remember it. So when we were on the way, like in the coach bus or whatever, didn't Mr. Bourne give us a talk about, like, he said don't go alone.
Yeah,
and
go in groups.
And the whole thing, like, I don't think I comprehended, like, what he was even talking about, like, that it was, like, oh, like, to buy black market items. Like, it, like...
To, like, buy fake items of, like, the real thing, like a Gucci purse.
Or the way that he explained it just sounded, like, so much more dramatic. Like, I pictured, like, if you go in here, like, you're gonna die. Because I was so naive.
Same.
So, I was like, well, we're not gonna do that, obviously. And then... like, I'm surprised that he didn't, as the teacher, say, just don't do it. Even if you're with a group.
I think he knew, like, even if he said not to, we were going to do it anyways.
Yeah, that's a good point. So we get there, we were in that store, and it was Crystal that was buying the purse, like, the black market purse.
Oh, I was trying to, too, as well.
And it was just the 3 of us, right? Or was Margot down there with us, too?
I don't remember, but I feel if Margot was there, she would have done a better job at, like, bargaining for us. She'd be like, no, miss, this is what we're gonna pay, and you're gonna deal with it.
We followed we followed the lady downstairs.
Yeah, into, like, her basement.
And the way I remember it, it was creepy, but I don't remember even what it looked like, honestly. It was, like, just a bare room.
With, like, purses. I don't even remember if there were, like, glasses or anything. I think it was mostly purses.
Yeah. And then it was, like, really dark, and so I couldn't see, like, I felt like there was, like, other rooms down there, or, like, a hallway, but I couldn't see, like, what else was down there. And Crystal was bargaining for the purse, and, like, I just don't think it was comprehending to me that, like, what we were doing was illegal. So it's probably, like, talking, living my life, and then I don't remember if the lady, like, went like this, or, like, told me and you, or just me, whoever, to, like, just, like, lower their voice or something. And then I got, like, terrified, because I was like, why did I lower my voice? Why do I have to be quiet? Like,
right?
Like, are we about to get, like, kidnapped? Like, what's happening?
Well, I remember when we went down there, I didn't have a lot of money left. So I was like, I don't know if I was going to give her the rest of the money that I had. I think it was, like, $25 I had left. I don't remember. But I'm very bad at bargaining with people because it was my first time doing this.
Right.
Like, and I was like, I want this purse. I want to do this. This is an experience. I don't care. I'm doing it.
Don't care if I spend my last penny.
Right? I'm like, and we get down there, I find a purse, and I'm like, this much. And she's like, no, like, higher or whatever. And I'm like, no, this much. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not getting this because I don't have any more money.
I feel like Crystal got hers for like 60 or something.
Yeah, and then it sucks because I ended up getting a purse, but it wasn't a black market purse or an illegal purse. It was like from a shop outside where they had like a bunch of purses, and I'm like, I came here to get a purse. I'm getting a purse. It's not gonna be what I wanted, but it's gonna be a purse.
Yeah.
And I kind of, when I picked it out, I kind of didn't like it to begin with, but it was from Chinatown, so I'm like, I need to get it. Yes, I know, I'm impulsive. Hello.
I mean, I think we were all a little impulsive in New York.
Yeah,
like it's the like adrenaline of like, you know that you're never gonna have that opportunity again.
Right. Also,
most
like,
likely.
If y'all have watched any of my videos, like my hauls from like Gurney, I'm an impulsive buyer. I really am. If I have money, I'm impulsive. I have my moments where I'm not impulsive, but like
I'm the opposite of that because I'm so cheap.
Same, but like once in a while I have my moments.
Like I had to splurge a little bit in New York because it was like, you know, amazing to be there.
Same, which is I think is what happened with all the money that yeah. At some point too, I don't remember where we were, what day it was, but we walked past like a homeless guy or whatever, and he was like selling CDs, and I'm like, oh sure, I'll buy a CD. I don't know what happened to it.
I think it was like a rap / like hip hop demo.
I think so, yeah. I think it was like $5 too. I don't remember. But yeah, but I don't know what I did with that CD. I don't know if it got thrown away or if it got wrecked. I don't know what happened to it.
I hope that good things happened for that guy.
Same.
Hope he had.
I was nice enough to like help with his dreams.
That's nice.
Just like I hope you people are nice enough to help me with my dreams.
Help her
please,
with her dreams, guys.
Please. Yeah. So.
And then.
But it sucked because when we got on the bus, everybody was showing their purses, and like clearly other people were getting those types of purses, and I'm like, torturing me. I tried. And then I think Evan or someone was like, oh, well, you should have had me go with you. I could have helped bargain for you. I'm like, well, sorry, you weren't with me.
Right? What the heck,
like,
Evan? Where were you?
Don't blame me. You weren't with us.
Yeah.
Not my fault.
I blame you for not being there.
Yeah, so. You should have been there. You should have been like, oh, Nicole's gonna need help. I'm gonna go with them.
Nicole is in need of me. I'm gonna find her.
Right. I can stunt it.
Right.
Yeah, and then we went to a mall and we had lunch or whatever there. Went to Claire's and shopped around a little bit, and then we went back to the airport. And then our flight got delayed.
That's what I was gonna say, yep.
I got Auntie Anne's pretzels. Well, because I saw everybody have the like pretzel dips where you like, I'm like, oh, those look so good and everything and whatnot. And I'm like,
our flight was delayed because of, was it like thunderstorms?
No, when we were, I don't know if it was that, no. I know when we were going to Milwaukee, it was raining and we were watching outside.
Yep.
We were like, are we even gonna get to go? Like,
I remember it was raining too when we got back to the high school.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Or it was like, or it had been raining. Because I just remember for some reason like that like rainy, like dark feeling.
Yeah, I also remember when we got back, we got off the exit of 43 and we were back in like Sheboygan and we were driving past Target and we were all like, it's Target!
Yep, we're here!
Target's here! We're home!
Oh, yes. I have to say one thing too from the day we left, because it wasn't on the plane because we still didn't get to pick our seats on the way back.
I was so bored on the plane to and from.
Same. Since I didn't. Well, you can't even use the phone anyway, even if you have one. So it's always boring.
But like to watch stuff, I'm like.
Yeah.
I tried to sleep, but like
I can't sleep on planes.
I think I was too excited, the adrenaline, but also like because of being up for how long that we were. And I think Evan was talking to me. Like, I need to sleep. We're not going back to the hotel till, like, late tonight. Like, shut up.
And
there was a time difference.
well, at least when we got back, it was earlier. So it gave us, like, more time in the
yeah,
day.
but then I, like, yeah, and I don't remember if my mom was there to pick me up or if I had to walk home, because I lived right down the street in the apartment complex there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember if I got picked up or if
My mom picked me up.
or if I walked home with my suitcase. I don't remember. You know what's so funny is I think my suitcase that I had, I think still has our luggage thing on it. Because I remember on the way back they checked our luggage for instead of us putting it like up top. Because I remember we had to do it as if it was a carry-on. And then on the way back, Mr. Bourne was just like, we're just gonna have them check the luggage. So
Yeah. I'm low-key, I just have to say, I'm low-key, like, mad at my teenage self because we keep talking about things where I'm thinking to myself, like, how don't I have, like, a ticket from that? Or, like, I always keep, like, when I go on
I
trips
don't think
now.
we were ever given our Memphis tickets, to be honest with you.
Yeah. But even, like, because even what you just said with, like, your luggage tag on your thing, like, why don't I have all that stuff? I guess I wasn't just sentimental then.
It was just on my thing and I just never took it off.
I always take mine off now and put them in, like, my totes.
But that's like, I think my mom has the same luggage as me now, so now, like, if she borrows mine, I can be like, Mom, this is mine, not yours.
Yeah.
And I can get it back. But yeah, so that was like...
Oh, but yeah, the thing I was thinking...
Obviously, we're still going to show our memorabilia.
Yes,
and pictures.
and the pictures. I kind of want to show all mine just so we can look at them all, but I'll, like, obviously we can just, like, I'll go fast.
Yeah.
But, I remember just being on the coach bus, probably heading to the airport or whatever on the last day, and I was so sad the trip was over, and, like, I literally wanted to just stay there forever. And Crystal was really, really homesick, so she was really happy to go home. I was just like, I don't want to leave.
Yeah, it sucked because the next day I was like so tired. Ah! Oh,
why does it do that?
I don't know. It's weird. But it's like are you like it's kind of like, are you still filming or did you just leave us on? Like,
yeah.
what's happening? But yeah, it was so funny because the next day we had to go back to school the next day.
Oh yeah.
I was so tired. I was falling asleep in horticulture class and I don't remember. I think that was my class right after lunch. And I'm just like sitting at the table. And I was like in the front row. And I don't think Mr. Brunner noticed. And I'm like, you know, like when you're like watching stuff or if you're like at night, your like eyes get heavy and it's hard to keep them up. I was just like, and I was just like, for a few minutes and then I woke up and I'm like, wake up. Yeah.
Well, wasn't it like, because wait, we went to school the next morning?
Yeah.
After getting back, which it would have been our
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I think it was a little later because of
the delay.
The delay,
but then we also went back 2 hours anyway for our time zone.
Yeah, so our
like
bodies were jet lagged from all the adrenaline. Well, and you figure all that fresh air we were getting.
Yeah.
So that just like knocked me out. I'm like,
I don't remember having to go to school the next day though. But I mean, I'm sure I did. I'm sure my mom would have let me skip a day just because I was tired.
yeah, I'm like.
But what I remember.
Good thing I don't snore.
Right then.
I think then they probably would have been like, Nicole, wake up. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
What I remember from the next day was like feeling super cool, you know.
Like, oh,
you always feel like a rock star when you like come back from vacation.
I kind of felt like that too, and then like
I just went to New York, bitches.
And then by like horticulture class, or no, I don't think it's horticulture. It was either horticulture or companion animals. I don't remember what. I don't remember what I took senior year. I don't remember. I know it's landscaping. I failed that, but I don't think it's.
I was in that too senior year.
I don't remember.
Hated that class.
But yeah, I'm like looking back. I'm like, it's a good thing I don't snore. Because then somebody probably would have been like, Nicole, you're sleeping in class. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I was in New York for the last couple of days. I'm tired.
Right? It's a good thing I can't fall asleep in places that like are not my bed.
Well, I fell asleep.
So I never fell asleep in class.
during parts of Cats.
I've never seen Cats.
The movie?
I have the movie, I've watched that. But the musical, like live musical.
Because I saw the Cats movie with Angela this past winter. And there were parts where I'm falling asleep and she's telling me about it. I'm like, I remember that. I must have fallen asleep.
I mean, I don't judge because I didn't think it was that incredible.
Well, I had never like fully seen Cats. So I was like going into this like not understanding what's going on. Yeah. And then I was just like tired. I think because too I had a couple of shots before going to the movies. Well, because we were at my cousin's house and they were watching games and everything and like having like a party or whatever. Oh, like a Christmas party thing, and then we did a couple shots. Obviously I didn't drive right after. I was drinking water and you know, but still, I think I was falling asleep. They were like, and I'm like, is this movie over? Yeah. But yeah, it was crazy.
That one is an interesting one.
My cousin had a lot to say about that movie.
My friend is obsessed with it too.
Because she loves cats. But there was something I did that I even was like smart enough to know, because I did watch the movie version of Rum Tugger's song. And then when I saw this movie, when people were commenting about Mr. Mistopheles' song, and being like, oh, you know, Rum Tugger should have sang it in the movie, and I'm like, even I knew, like, no, that should not happen. Not with the person that was playing Rum Tugger in this movie.
Right.
No. Even I was smart enough to know that. Which is sad.
Do you mind if or you can take the camera if if we can take it and just like point right at the stuff so they can see. Well,
I mean, if we pull it up, we can go like that.
Okay. Oh, hello. We have the same thing.
Yeah, so we have our ticket from the Natural History Museum. Dinosaur iPhone app. Free download at amnh.org/apps. I wonder if that's still a thing.
My check-in was at 10:21 a.m.
Mine was at 10:22 a.m.
Oh my god.
And yeah, does this correlate with, I'm just curious. Oh, it does.
The 11th.
It does. On the 10th. Yeah. I wanted to double check.
Wait, this does not correlate. It says Sunday the 11th. So we
it's 4/10/11.
Oh, I'm stupid.
I thought I was a blonde.
I haven't seen a date like this in... Well, I don't look at dates anymore. We don't have to write the date down on anything as an adult.
True.
Like, well, I mean, that's a lie, like checks and stuff.
Yeah.
No, I just had a brain fart.
Yeah, and then I have my ticket to the Radio City Hall.
Hey, I have my Memphis ticket. Didn't know I had it. It doesn't focus though.
Where the hell is mine?
How do you make it focus?
It's as good as it's gonna
Not
get.
all people do that.
I don't have mine.
Aww.
Did I lose it?
I was in the balcony C.
I think I was in the balcony too.
CE 109.
Yeah, we were in the balcony for sure. I think we were sitting next to each other.
I think so too.
Where the fuck is my ticket? I'm gonna have to tear my room apart even more. I will find it. Okay guys, a little side note. I decided to go through the drawer that had my New York memorabilia in it, and I found my Memphis ticket. Oh, it's upside down. Wow. But I have my Memphis ticket because, like, you know, as you just saw, like, I was like, oh my god, you have your ticket, where the hell is my ticket? And just for shits and giggles, I decided to relook, and I found it. And it was $66.50 for a ticket for Memphis to go see that Broadway show. So, I also found my pin, but I re-lost it. So, for Radio City Hall. So, I just wanted to let you guys know that I found my Memphis ticket, and I'm, like, really excited for it. So,
I have Madame Tussauds passes. Probably Crystal's too. She probably like gave me both. I don't know why I have two.
Have that? What?
She's distraught. Do you want to keep one?
because you probably took some pictures or something or whatever. Because it says on the back, it says to view your photo online or to purchase.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I don't have that. Okay.
That
makes sense.
Okay.
I was confused for a moment. And then I have my top of the rock battery.
Wait, sorry, I just realized because I have the magnet on my fridge. Your battery.
Yeah, and my other battery's not charged. I'll have to switch it anyways.
It's me and the Obamas at his, like, presidential desk. I have it on my fridge still.
Oh my God.
I probably paid for that then there, and that's why I have this.
Quite possibly. I don't know where we left off, but
I showed these.
yeah, and I have my top of the rock ticket. She has tickets that I don't have.
This
Like,
is
did I lose
the
them?
Madame Tussauds ticket.
I have my Skyline Cruise ticket.
I also have that. 3:00 p.m. to HS 2011.
Oh yeah. I still wish we could have gone into the thingamajig.
I was probably happy that we didn't, since I'm terrified of heights, and I wouldn't have wanted to go up
well,
there.
because like I really wanted to do it because I wanted to have like an X-Men and like as close to a Ghostbusters moment as possible.
Yeah, okay.
I wanted to like going through like the metal detectors. I wanted to like have my things out as if I had like the Wolverine claws.
Yeah.
And then like get as close to like the Ghostbusters, because I don't know how high you go. I don't know if you get to go into the crown of the statue like in Ghostbusters, but yeah. And then I also have like my little like brochure thing that has facts and things about the Radio City Hall.
I have the pin, and I have
the pin too. I just don't know where it is at the moment.
the ticket for Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah. And then I also have like the floor plan for the Natural Museum of History.
I also have my top of the rock.
Yeah, and this little doodad.
I have American Museum of Natural History penny.
I have a squished penny. I don't know where it is. I don't even know if I still have it, but I got it from Toys R Us. I don't know if I did any other ones or if I did multiple ones from the thing. And we both have our Memphis thing. Oh yeah, we were gonna look to see when intermission was.
Oh yeah.
Intermission was after Say a Prayer, after the beat up. Crazy little here we were on your TV.
I gotta listen to those songs. My last thing, because I don't know where my Abercrombie & Fitch is an airplane ticket.
I don't have my plane tickets.
Boarding. This is the 11th, so this was coming home.
And I have my free little picture with Abercrombie & Finch model. And then I think I got, this is the I Heart New York thing at M&M store. That's why I have this. That's the only thing I can think of, because I'm like, what else did I get? But if you guys have like watched my vlogs, you will see that I have this little charm. You're not gonna be able to see it very well. But it's a red heart, says New York on it, and it came in this M&M bag, and I just had to keep it. Ooh, there's one in Las Vegas and Orlando as well. Let's go!
I've been there twice in Vegas.
You suck. I haven't been to Vegas at all. And then from the Toys R Us store as well, I also have 2 shirts from the Twilight era. One has Alice on it, one has Belle on it. I just didn't feel like grabbing them. And even if I never fit into them again, I will never get rid of them, just because.
You do have them?
Yeah.
Alice was my beach.
Yeah, but like, because you don't see those, you don't see all those. So mostly it's like Bella and Edward, or Edward, or Jacob. You know, yeah, like you don't see. So I'm like, oh, I have to get these. And regardless of whether they fit me in the future or not, I don't care. Because they're from the Toys R Us store, and Toys R Us is not around anymore. And it was from New York. So it's a win-win.
And that Toys R Us was epic.
It was. Wasn't there like rides in there? I think that's one of the reasons why I took a picture, because I thought I saw a ride from
the Ferris wheel is in there.
Yeah. Wasn't there a merry-go-round in there? I can't believe I didn't get to do that. Or was it too expensive.
I think it costed $20 to ride the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, we were all like, you know, we'll save our money.
And plus we were on like time restrictions and the line was probably long.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Or it was like age restricted.
Maybe.
Sorry, you're too old. Story of my life.
Well, it was like really tall, so.
Yeah. So now we're gonna like quickly show you pictures.
Yes. You're gonna go through all of yours too.
Yeah, I'll do mine first since my battery is not plugged in. Okay. So there we go, like that. I have to figure out how to maneuver.
Why don't you just like, you could just take the camera and then I can.
Oh, this works. I just have to figure out how to switch pictures. Aha. So this is just like a street. I don't know if we were downtown Manhattan or where we were. Ah, too far. Crap. I went too far. Where's the arrow? Where's the arrow? There. So this was like a picture of a flag of a building. I don't remember what building it was, it says. I think it was like a hotel. Something.
Oh yeah, it's the Waldorf Astoria.
I can't read cursive anymore, people. Well, you know, it's like one of those things, it's like a muscle memory thing. It's like if you don't use it and keep doing it after you learn how to do it, you...
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that, and it's something, I think that's like a bus stop or something, I don't know, with flags, and then a bunch of other flags, more flags. That's the subway entrance and exit that for some reason I felt like I needed to take a picture of. And this is like outside of the M&M store. This is what Rachel thought was stoplights. It's the sign with the M&Ms.
I get it now.
This is the Toys R Us store. It's so funny because when I was looking at this earlier before Rachel came to see how many pictures I had and what I had pictures of, so I would have an idea, I didn't know what this was until I looked back, because if you look on this side here, it says Toys R Us. And then if you look over here, there's a little like Memphis flag thingy-majiggy. And then this is another picture of Times Square. Times Square, took a picture of the voice because, you know.
Boys.
And, or I think there was, hang on, I think there was something else that I took a picture of besides the voice on that one. Oh, it was the Hershey store.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
look right, like right here is the Hershey store. I'm like, because it wasn't like a full picture of the voice signs. I'm like, what else was in that picture that I was trying to take?
Yeah.
And then the voice, pigeons, I don't know why. People dressed up in M&M suits.
Yes.
In the M&M store. The line of M&Ms, the M&M wall. The Reese's store, which I'm so upset we didn't get to go in there.
Right?
M&M, the M&M jacket, which was so cool. This is the boat that we were on, that we went to go see the statue of, but we didn't get to like get off on the island or anything. This is another boat, or like a sub or something, like a military sub or something.
Mm-hmm. See, that's the thing too, another side note about like the trip is like, because you know when you're on a tour bus or on a tour boat or whatever, and the tour guide is telling you all the information, like they probably said something cool about that boat, so you're like, ooh, I need a picture. So I find myself looking at all my pictures and I'm like, I probably took a picture of that for a reason, but I don't remember now.
Right.
What was cool about it.
I think I took a picture of each of the bridges. I think this is like the island where the statue is, because it looks like the base of the statue that it's on. We didn't get to get off on there. Statue, 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 statue.
Same.
This is, I think, is where everybody goes for like the immigration thing.
Oh yeah, it was Ellis Island.
Yeah, whatever that's called. Clearly I know my history.
I think I just remember them saying that.
Ugh. I'm comfy on the floor. And then more buildings. This is a 2-story McDonald's. So I had to take a picture because we don't have any of those around here. So I thought this was so cool. Macy's. I think, what is this? I think this might be the museum, like the outside of the museum, maybe? Or part of it, maybe?
I think so.
Yeah, it could be part of the museum.
Question, can I use your bathroom?
Yeah. And this is like the pond or whatever that was in front of it.
This one?
This is the light's right there. Yep.
What?
That'll work. This is, okay, so we're in the Egyptian area. So like some of the pictures are going to be dark because again my camera was being stupid, so I couldn't take flashes. So Egypt, all the Egyptian stuff, which I'm obsessed with, along with Greek and Roman god stuff. This is inside one of the churches that we were in. I think this was the first church we were in, or it was the second one, I don't remember. We're still in one of the churches. I think this is where they like baptize people. I know it's hard to see. I'm sorry. This is one of the statues I think was inside Central Park. And it's just, this was me in 2011, people. Me again. Sprint store. A person with a dog that I felt the need to take a picture of. I think this was a movie theater, and I think we were driving past it, so it was like a blurry, so I don't remember exactly what it was. Why are you not cooperating? This is one of the statues. I think this is like the globe thing when we were like going towards like,
yes,
I don't remember where.
Park, maybe?
I don't know. Another statue. Another statue. Another statue with like fountains or whatever. I don't know. Or there's flowers. I don't know. There's Rachel! There's me again.
Aww.
There's a building. I think
that's the Dakota, I'm pretty sure. That's the John Lennon apartment.
Okay, I thought this was like the hotel, like the famous hotel that people like to get married in, that you have to like book in advance.
Oh, maybe. I'll know once I see my pictures.
Because I think it's like across from Central Park, isn't it?
Yes.
Huh.
But I could have sworn.
The hotel from Bride Wars.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I took a picture of this because this is the limo. I'm wondering if that is our
tour
guide with her hair.
Yep, I think that's her.
But I took a picture because of the limo, so
yes,
that's the whole reason I took that picture. More buildings.
Evan.
Someone's head. I don't know if that's Evan, but someone's head while I'm trying to take a picture of the statue.
Those are the statues I was talking about, though, in Central Park. Like, I got a lot of pictures of those.
I had to like think of like, I was like, what is this? Like, it doesn't look like a statue. Buggies type thing. Fountain of youth, people. More buggies. Doggy!
I have that same dog, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
They will live in infamy from us, so.
And then this is like a granite rock or some sort
Took
of.
a picture of that too.
Yeah. We all got to like sit on there at some point to like take a break. There's me again. Those are my knees, and I'm taking a picture of the rock. I'm just letting you know what that is. Not that like you guys like just decide to like be like, oh, this is what this is, when it's not. Why are you being stupid? Do I need to? Okay, another picture of that. Fountain of Youth. Fountain of Youth.
Hell yes.
This was inside like one of the like the.
That was where you bought the CD, right?
No, I think it was like some. No, I don't think it was in Central Park.
Oh.
I think it was like on 5th Avenue or somewhere.
Crystal bought something from someone here then.
Oh. I just thought it was like so cool. Another fountain. Or it's the same fountain. It's like I have like 5 bajillion pictures of the same thing. Another fountain.
That was the
Too far.
Toys R Us.
Yeah, it was like a Barbie exhibit.
They had a Barbie house
these Barbies I took are Twilight Barbies. So there's Jane, Victoria, Jacob, Bella, and Edward. If you guys can see that. Jane and Victoria are on this side, and then the other 3 are on this side. I have to find my arrow again. This is the IHOP that was right outside our window at the hotel.
Yes.
I have yet to be to an IHOP. I'm like, we couldn't do that while we were in New York.
I would have been down.
That would have made my IHOP experience so much better.
Yes.
Ugh. This is another view outside of our hotel room. Another view from outside the hotel room. Come on. Hotel room. Hotel room. Hotel room. Hotel room. I think you can see sort of like the city skyline a little bit in this picture. A little.
Yes.
Some sort of rock or whatever.
Artwork thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dinosaur. Dinosaur. I think that's the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Oh, a bunch of different monkeys. Can't see them very well. This, we were up on a 2nd floor looking down, and it was in a dark room. So all of these like areas where there's light, they're like exhibits with like the stuffed animals. Like,
I need to look up what that's called because it's been driving me crazy for like an hour.
yeah. And then this is what I was telling you about. This bird looks like it's eating its baby bird. Like, that is why I took a picture of it, because it was like, what are you doing?
But then they told, well, it's like the baby's eating out of its mouth.
Yeah, but it just looks like it's like eating the baby, and it's like, no. And then this is Dexter, I think that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna Google. The monkey from Night at the Museum.
What the heck is that called?
Crystal the monkey. According
No.
to Night at the
Taxon.
Museum.
Yeah, Dexter.
Fandom, Dexter is a small cat.
Yeah, it was Dexter. Yeah, we literally had to ask, where's Dexter? And then Dum Dum, give me Gum Gum. I was like waiting for it to come alive. T-Rex. Back of the T-Rex. What was this? Oh, Robert Pattinson. It was a very bad picture of Robert Pattinson.
Wait, what? Where? Oh.
The first one. This is a better.
Taxidermy. It's taxidermy.
This is a better picture of the Robert Pattinson wax figure. NSYNC. Carrie Underwood.
My love.
This is the Britney Spears you're telling me about. So like right here you can see. So Evan was trying to recreate Britney's pose without actually touching the set. It was hilarious. I wish my camera would have worked. I could have gotten in that.
That's sad.
I know. Justin Bieber. Taylor Swift. Miley Cyrus. Lady Gaga. Usher. And then this is at the top of the rock. So as you can see, they're not very good pictures, but at least I know where I am.
Yeah, I mean,
I could tell like, oh, like it's at night and it's not very good, so it's like, it must be top of the rock.
I still think they're good pictures. I mean, I don't have any.
And then we're
like
back
that.
to the beginning. So,
Aw.
those were my pictures.
I'll do mine pretty speedy.
Okay. I'm going to, I don't need my
You don't
laptop
have
anymore.
to
So I'm
edit
gonna
forever.
log out on here.
Side note, you were in concert choir, right? And
No, I was not in concert choir.
Oh, you were in jazz show.
No,
Oh, you were in treble choir with me?
I was in treble choir for like a semester.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay guys, so as I'm editing this, I realized I messed up when Rachel asked if I was in concert choir. I actually was in concert choir all 4 years of my high school. I was in treble choir, which was an all-girls choir, for 1 semester. So I got my choirs mixed up, so I actually was in concert choir.
Oh, and then, so that was it? And then
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly what happened, but yeah, I was in like, I think for like a semester. I think like treble choir didn't work out with my schedule or something for classes.
Aw, well we could have like hung out even more in there, but
Yeah. But you know the nice thing was Mr. Bourne let me, even though like I wasn't in treble choir anymore. I'm like trying to get like really comfortable. I'm sorry.
I'm thinking we could set it right here too.
It'll be too low. Oh yeah, for the pictures. Sorry, I'm out of frame. No. The nice thing was after I was not in treble choir and I was back into concert choir, Mr. Bourne let me do the national anthem like the next time for one of the sports games.
Mm-hmm.
If he wouldn't have let me do that, I wouldn't have been able to get one of my things. Oh no, it wasn't for the medals. The points was for the letter jacket.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
The medals were from
Solo and ensemble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know what it is. I just can't. It's my
I never
words.
did any of that stuff.
I did. I failed my senior year, but oh well.
At solo and ensemble?
Yeah, well,
Aw.
Mr. Bourne wasn't my accompanist that year, so it like didn't go well.
Threw
So I
you
didn't.
off.
So I got like second place versus first place.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, that's not failing though.
No, but to me it was compared to the last few years.
I guess, yeah.
So
Okay, so.
I'm gonna zoom in.
Are you sure you want to hold it the whole time?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So, yeah, airport to leave. Kylie, you, Larissa, Maddie.
Oh, there's just like a little bit of me. I wouldn't have noticed me had I not. It's just my hair. You can just.
And then I put, because New York is on there. Crystal, New York.
Do you remember what our animals were on the plane?
I took a picture.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Of the animal wing? Of the wings of the
Yeah,
animal?
I think so.
I remember like at the beginning they were like, oh, by the way, this is the animal that's on our wing. And I was like, okay, cool. And I don't remember.
I think I did. We'll see. Okay, apparently, there it is. It's a swan.
Ooh. Was that the one going to or from?
2. This was my channels. I don't know if I watched TV though. I don't feel like I did. I was listening to my little MP3 player on hella tangled earbuds. Welcome to New York.
There's Evan.
Hey! There's Bernadette.
Yeah, I must have gotten her hair in that picture with the limo.
I took a picture in the tunnel to remember Evans.
Oh, I was
Glory.
wondering. I'm like, we didn't go in a subway. Like, I would have remembered that.
There's the Waldorf.
Oh, I took the same picture. I have the same picture.
Right? American Girl Place. Is that Macy's? I don't know. All 30 Rock has all the flags. NBC News.
Okay. Yeah, we took some of the same pictures, but not quite.
Conan O'Brien. I was pumped about all the billboards because, like, I love talk shows. I love news shows. I was like, I love all these people.
Right?
I love entertainment.
You know what's funny? We went into all those, like, touristy gift shops, and we never bought anything in there.
I actually did.
Oh, you did?
I have some
I think we
magnets
were
and
like,
stuff.
oh, well, we're seeing a lot of the same stuff. And yeah, I don't know.
Right, and we already had like shirts and stuff too.
Yeah.
This is me and Crystal ate here on the first day for the lunch on our own thing.
What was in there?
Familia pizza,
Ooh.
like by the slice. I feel like Mr. Bourne's in that picture. Reese's Place, M&M store.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, hey.
What?
Madame Tussauds. It's inside some building. I don't know where we were.
I'm wondering if that was when we
this
were
as a
waiting
Seinfeld.
for the ferry.
Oh yeah.
It looked like it.
I took that picture because that's a thing from Seinfeld, if you watch it.
Oh, I don't
The
watch
black
it.
and white cookie.
Oh.
And Evan was getting snacks. They
He
had
could eat
gelato.
so much and never gain weight. It's like
Right though?
jelly.
There's Pauline. Remember Pauline? That just...
Was she like a foreign exchange student?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
She
think
was
I
so
remember
sweet.
her.
Mr. Bourne yelled at her in choir because she was always drawing.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember her. Yeah.
Aw,
There's
cute.
me.
That's a really cute picture.
It's like the one time you see me smiling.
Aw. You probably took that of us.
Probably.
And then yeah, I just did all these buildings because I'm sure the tour guide was saying like wonderful things about everything.
Right. And well, you know, it's like a perfect time to get a good photo of those buildings.
Yeah.
Arr.
New York water taxi was cool.
Yeah, I took a picture. I think I took a picture of each of the bridges. Not as well as you did, but...
She was like a professional or whatever. There's the statue and all her.
But again, I was also having issues with my camera.
Yeah. I'm like so thankful that that wasn't my like scenario. I'd have been so sad.
Yeah.
I think I took this of myself, or Crystal did.
It looked like you probably did, the way you're angled. Like, but first, let me take a selfie.
For real though.
Hey!
That is my picture. That's funny.
Who took it?
I don't know. Was it Evan?
I have no idea.
Cute though. More buildings. And then this one we went underneath because we were freezing on top.
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
Ah!
The building that was like slanted.
Oh, yeah.
She bought this necklace at the M&M store and was geeked about it.
Ooh, I mean, I would be too. I mean, you took the same picture. I mean, yours is slightly different. Another Macy's.
You know what's crazy? I started my first job. I started at McDonald's like half a year after this trip. It was that fall. Macy's. More Macy's. Macy's for days.
I can't wait to experience the Macy's Day Parade. Aeropostale.
Bank of America. A lion statue.
Memphis! That's excited.
Bubblegum shrimp. I don't understand. I really thought I had that keychain picture, but I guess I didn't.
Maybe you thought you took a picture and then, you know,
Yeah.
and then you actually didn't.
And then I actually gotta take a selfie.
Right?
That globe thing.
Ugh, Trump Tower.
Trump Tower. That's what that is.
Yeah, it
Oh,
says
hi.
Trump International Hotel.
I didn't even realize.
I saw Trump and I'm like, ew.
Get rid of that picture. New York Historical
Trash. Ooh, what was that?
I don't know.
That's a really nice building.
It's pretty. Some cool rocks that
So pretty.
we drove past. Aw, that was at the art museum.
Yeah. The art museum or the... Oh my god.
Yeah, this is the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And there's all the Egyptian stuff.
Love it. I love Egyptian stuff.
So yeah, you were with Mr. Bourne during this, I guess.
Yeah, and then I caught up with you guys at some point because I do have some Egyptian stuff
I was obsessed with
in
that.
my pictures. Like I got like the esophagus
Yeah,
thing, whatever. Probably said that wrong.
You
Don't
got
come
it.
for me.
esophagus. Yeah, I took a lot of pictures. Oh yeah, the reflection pool thing.
Ooh.
That was awesome. That was around the time we got lost. I did a panoramic picture. Oops, I skipped an alligator. That thing was cool. That was like a separate little thing, and then there was like hieroglyphics inside.
Oh, yeah.
I took pictures of a lot of things I wanted to buy, but didn't. Oh, it's the window. See, like, this.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes.
See, I didn't take any pictures at night except for, like, at the top of the rock.
Our hotel room.
I
Hey.
think, too, I only had,
You're
like...
sleeping on the chair.
Who was?
You.
That's me? Are you sure? I don't remember sleeping in the chair. Huh. I don't remember that, but okay.
That's funny. Maybe you were just resting your eyes.
I could have been, yeah.
Hey. And then we got dressed for the performance. It was like a before and after. Going to performance, tired as hell.
Mm-hmm. Starbucks!
Starbucks.
Yeah! Starbucks!
And then there's the church.
I got some pictures from inside one of the churches. I don't remember which one it was, though. I think it was like the first one because of... But I don't remember.
Because of how big it is. Yeah, I took a lot of pictures of the stained glass and like how high the ceiling was.
I think it was that same church because I remember the stained steel thing. I just took a picture of like, I think like where they like either stand or where they like do like the baptizing.
Yeah.
It's hard to see because like I couldn't use the flash on my camera for whatever reason. Memphis!
Yeah, yes, Memphis again. A theater. More buildings. There's the Lincoln Center, and then that was basically the only picture I could take because we weren't allowed to do it inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it for the Lincoln Center. Or there's... I took that because my mom's maiden name is Cook.
Oh.
Diwakur. This was a security guard there, and we were like best friends.
Oh.
So I had to take a picture with him. Like, I just don't remember what we talked about, but like, I just remember talking to him, and like, he was really nice.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, I'll take a picture with you, and he was really sweet. Lincoln Center Theater.
I'm wondering if, like, with me sleeping in the chair, if everybody else was, like, if I was, like, the first one to get ready and I was waiting for everybody else, maybe. So I was, like, maybe, like, resting my eyes
Probably,
or something.
yeah.
Be like, okay, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Like, let me know when you guys are ready, because I'm ready.
I swear, unless I was stupid and I remember it wrong, like, this was John Lennon's apartment.
I don't remember.
And because that's why I took a picture right here, because they said that he was coming out of his apartment to, like, do something, and then he was shot right there.
I don't know. I don't remember.
And then Strawberry Fields. And then the memorial. And then Central Park, Central Park. I'm sure I'll have some dog pictures now. There's that rock thing. Me on the rock thing. Aw. That's cute. A harvest. Aw.
Aww. There's me.
That's so cute.
My long ass hair.
And I never wear my hair down anymore. My hair was down all the time.
Did I ever put my hair up in a ponytail when we were...
I don't think so.
Man, that must have been so warm at some point.
That's the Stuart Little.
Oh, where they did like
thing.
the boat race
Yeah.
thing? Yeah. Just sitting on a mushroom.
Hell yeah. Dogs!
Donkeys!
The Pierre Hotel. Artwork. That was Abercrombie and Fitch, right? Or Hollister.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hollister was the shit at
Best
the time.
Buy.
ABC Time Capsule 2000, opening in 2100. I thought that was cool.
Whoa. I played it a couple months ago and I kind of sucked at it. So hopefully this time I'll be better.
Yes, you will. New York Police Department. That's Dallas Barbecue.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Look at all those smiley faces.
That was like, yeah, it was awesome in there. I forgot about like all the stuff you could buy.
Oh, that must have been in the like.
Okay, this must have been Toys R Us then. Cause
It looks like it.
here's the Twilight section. Everybody.
Oh.
Edward, Jacob, Bella, Alice.
Whoa, they had even more of those dolls? Damn.
The Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel.
Willy Wonka area. Live. The Barbie house.
Which I scrolled too far past it. I didn't take as many pictures in the Barbie area. I was more like intrigued by the Twilight one.
This
You're like,
was-
oh my god, this is so cool.
This was in the Barbie house now, the Twilight area. That. And then we went upstairs in the Barbie house, and I took a picture out the window. This is us in the Twilight section.
Oh.
A little obsessed.
Right? Just a little. Same.
Me posing like a doll. The giant
Dinosaur.
Toy Story 3, that's so cute. Spider-Man. Memphis.
Woohoo.
And then I took a couple pictures in the
Theater.
thing, which I think you weren't supposed to.
Well, I mean, if the show hadn't started yet, you could. They just don't like you filming during the show
Yeah.
and posting it. Because it's illegal.
And then, good night. Next morning.
I already.
We took that because I got like a small for one of my friends, and they gave me it, and it was like an extra, extra large. So we were like, that's not right. American Museum, Natural History. Planets. Dinosaurs. The taxidermy. And then here's where they're all blurry. 'Cause I
Yeah.
was chasing after Crystal.
It was Hedwig!
I know, that's what I was thinking. Oh my god, cute!
Oh my god!
Aww.
See, you got the same picture.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I think we were both like, we need to take a picture of this because we need proof.
I took a picture of that because
Dexter.
it gave me a heart attack.
Oh.
Dexter. Yay, Native American stuff. Hell yeah.
Too bad none of us had gum to try to give it to him. See if he came
Aw.
alive. Oh wait, that only happened at night. Never mind.
Gift store. I got a rock.
I think I may have gotten some rocks from there.
It's
I'm all about that. Oh. I just like photobomb your pictures without even knowing.
I love it. There's the thing. 63
Oh, yeah.
pounds on Mars.
I would love to weigh 63 pounds. I mean, that'd be like too underweight, maybe not quite as 63 pounds, but you know.
Yeah, at least less for me too. 0.195 on Halley's Comet. 3,888 on the Sun. Yeah, Carnegie Hall, Radio City Music Hall. Charlie Sheen. So then we were inside the hall, and it was beautiful.
Did you take pictures of the bathrooms? Please tell me you took pictures.
Yes.
Ah, thank you.
There's the stage. Oh yeah, because Charlie Sheen was performing there that night.
Oh.
So that was his like entrance screen.
Ooh.
You should have read the directions before you showed up at the party. That was like the mechanics of the stage.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing is awesome that we got to meet a Marquette. Or a Rocket. A Marquette.
Hell yeah. A Marquette. There's the bathroom waiting area.
Oh, sweet. I was trying to figure out what that was. I'm like, that doesn't look like the bathroom.
Krista. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, you're gonna see the ladies' bathroom. Oh my god.
I thought it, like, this was, like, revolutionary technology. And all the Rocket pictures. There was something they were talking about how the way that the ceiling was shaped. Something about like the echoes or the sounds. If you stand in a specific spot, it did something. So I took a picture of that.
Okay.
There's the like celebrity book signing.
Oh yeah.
That's our Rocket.
Yes, I remember her. I don't remember her name, but
Me either. Hell yeah. NBC Studios, 30 Rock, the Lego store. So this is in the Lego store.
maybe that was on Fifth Avenue. I could have sworn it was on. You'd think that would be in Times Square.
Yeah. Actually, I do feel like it was in Times Square. Maybe we went back because we had time. But
Could
here's
be.
Fifth Avenue, though.
Yeah, so maybe it was on Fifth Avenue the whole time.
Hey!
Wait, who is that?
That's Abercrombie & Fitch guy at the door.
Oh. Well, because he didn't have his shirt off,
Yeah.
so I was like...
He held the door open.
Oh, he's cute.
He was cute. Damn. A
Doggy!
Aww.
You know who the first guy reminded me of? He kind of reminded me of, like, Jeremy Jordan a little bit.
Who dat?
Jeremy Jordan? Broadway?
I don't know Broadway as good as you.
I don't know Broadway that good either, but, like, he's a very good Broadway performer. He's also, and I don't watch Supergirl, but I know he's on Supergirl.
Okay, we're here. Jennifer Aniston, John Travolta, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Robert Pattinson. Hey. Oh no, battery's about to die.
No.
Maybe do a couple more pictures.
No, but there's so many more.
Oh no, like
I'll
I mean,
switch
like
it up.
for before I change battery, you could do a couple more.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with Edward. I'm pumped about it. Rihanna, Brad and Angelina, whoever that is. Is that Jennifer Garner?
I think so.
Or someone. Oprah, Beyonce.
I mean, if you couldn't tell, that was Beyonce.
Torre. Presidential area. Who cares about that? Oh, got the Clintons though. Got Helen Keller. Got the Kennedys. Got the Obamas. Got Princess Diana. Albert Einstein. Louis Armstrong. I was jacked about this because I love Regis and Kelly.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna change the battery quick.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. Alright. So I love that picture. Me and Evan in the taxi. Me pretending to drive it.
Was he like
Oh,
pretending to be scared?
Yeah. Like I was like, he was like flying around the seat.
Evan.
Trump when
Ugh.
he was like, you know, a TV host.
He was ugh.
What Nicole wanted to do, but we didn't do.
Yeah, but like with the real one.
Yes. I was jacked about this because the Today Show. And Al Roker.
I want to talk your bride.
Yeah.
Lucy Ball!
Elvis.
Are you sure that was, or no, the one before, are you sure that wasn't John Stamos?
This?
Doesn't look like Elvis, yeah.
Yeah, it's Elvis.
It doesn't look like Elvis.
Because it's like we're in the musicians area.
Oh, it doesn't look like Elvis.
It
The
is
next
Elvis.
one did.
The next one's Johnny Cash.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Elvis.
It doesn't look like
that
him,
good,
though.
but it is.
Like, I think it's because he's not wearing a, like, signature type outfit or
Yeah.
hair. That's why it's like, that's not out there.
It's hard to tell from like the side too. Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix. I forget who that is.
Shaggy? No, I'm just kidding.
The Bee Gees. Elton John. The Beatles. That was my favorite, obviously.
There's Evan.
Prince.
Underwood.
My bae.
You're touching them.
Were you not allowed to touch them?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
Oh, Brittany. They had a candy shop there. Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, Shakira, Miley, Lady Gaga, Usher, some basketball player. I like this picture because this lady's looking at me like amused. Football player, the Hulk. Al Roker. Baby Spice's signature.
I was wondering what that was.
Me showing that I'm the same height as Carrie Underwood.
Oh.
Some shirtless dude that we thought was hot.
I think that was too, like, while we were waiting for the bus, the new bus.
And then like drag queens.
That actually was a drag queen?
Well, or transvestite or whatever.
Or somebody just likes to dress very bold.
Yeah. And I was living for it.
Like, yes, live your best life.
Hell yeah. Oh hey, Mars 2112. So there's that. And then I took that.
Oh, you took pictures inside. Yes.
That was in the reenactment. That's it.
Mamma mia.
Here I go again.
The rainbow room. That's so awesome.
Ooh, what's a rainbow room?
I think it's like a very fancy restaurant. Is that me?
I was like, Amy Poehler and Tina Fey have walked these floors, and you were like, oh my gosh.
That's me?
Yeah.
I love how it's a question. Like, is that me?
You do look different there.
It
And
does.
you're wearing makeup in every picture too. Like,
I think it's because of the way it was. Like, I think it's because of the facial way, like the way I was posed. Struck a pose.
yes. Check a pose, literally. And that guy's looking at us.
Was I
like,
wearing a jacket? Why was it? What? What? Why? Why? What? That looks like
Hello Titty.
I know, but that doesn't look like Hello Kitty. That looks like boobies or titties.
No.
Oh, Hello. Okay. I didn't read that. That's why I was like.
Crystal bought that hat.
Oh,
And a black one.
confusion.
Like, that looks like boobies or titties.
It looks like a butt too, like sort of, with like weird like molage or something. Oh hey, a big boat.
Cool shit. Me in the waiting to go home. You waiting to go home.
Wait, I didn't have a flip phone then?
Your jeans.
Nicole, why were you not taking pictures on your phone?
Oh no, that's bad.
I legit thought I still had my flip phone then. Tells you how well I remember things.
Maybe like your camera was broken or something?
No, I could take pictures on there. I guess I wanted them on the ditch. I don't know.
Aw. Yeah, elf or deer, whatever that is.
I was wondering what that picture was. I'm like, what? There's partially eating cookie.
This was my camera case, and I was going to get you card.
I'm so mad now.
I feel bad for you.
I'm gonna text my mother and be like, why didn't you tell me to take pictures on my phone?
That's last picture. That's me looking happy and sad and had a great time. The end.
Is that Evan in the plaid? No.
No.
I don't think Evan would ever wear plaid. Or if he does, it's hidden by a sweatshirt. You know what's funny? He was like me. He was always wearing sweatshirts.
Yeah.
Are we twins?
You two did always wear sweatshirts.
Even in school. Are we twins?
I would nowadays because I had tried to like for some reason I gave a shit about what I wore.
Oh, I always
would
wore.
for sure just
I
wear
always wore
sweatpants.
sweatshirts because I was always cold. And then I'm like, if I just get warm, I'll just take it off. Not a big deal.
That was
Okay.
all of them, though.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So that was our trip to New York. I'm so mad. I'm angry. My mother's gonna get a very long text when we're done.
Well, I mean, but also it's weird that the X-ray machines and stuff messed it up because like mine was fine.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the type of camera or if I'm just blaming the TSA people.
We love to blame TSA people.
I mean, well, like I said, it was working fine before that, and then like I get to New York and all of a sudden the camera's acting wonky.
Maybe it was like somehow getting slammed around in the plane or wherever, or on the bus too.
No, because I think the camera was in my purse.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'd have easy access to it. Anyways.
Well, yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
But
I'm mad.
But I'm glad we got to make this video.
Right. I wish I could go back in time now, even more so than I did like during senior year, where I was like looking back through high school, like, oh, I wish I could have done this. I wish I would have done that. Like, mad. Anyways.
I wish we could experience it again too.
Right.
But
so yeah, if you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and also remember, I'm moving to New York in a few years, so subscribe, because you're never gonna know what I'm gonna do or see or whatever.
experience.
Exactly. I might do something weird every day. Who knows? I mean, like, I don't do that already.
But even more weird.
Just come up with a costume and just walk around.
Actually, that'd be a great video.
Be like, hi, I'm vlogging downtown wearing this. You want to be my vlog for like $5?
Hey. I mean,
don't you need a permit for that though?
to like film people.
No, to like be able to
like,
do that in Times Square.
Yeah, I think you do.
Damn.
Yeah, to be able to like have people pay you for something.
Angela, we're gonna figure this out and we're gonna do this. Okay? Okay. Anyways. So yeah, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If there's any other types of videos you guys would like to see us do, or whatever, I'd say like do a second parter of this, but there is no second part.
Right.
Unless we
Think
like,
of other stories.
Yeah, or unless we find other memorabilia things or whatever. Yeah, I know this was a very long video, and no, I don't care, because you're gonna watch it anyways because it's about New York. And yeah.
And next we're doing a Harry Potter trivia.
Yeah.
So that will also be up on the channel if you want to check that out.
Yeah, I don't know when it's gonna be posted, but it'll be posted eventually. So yeah, so if there's any other types of videos, ideas you
Video ideas.
words. If there's any other types of videos you would like to see me and Rachel do, let me know in the comment section below. You guys can also follow me on my social media platforms, which are in the description below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, because guess what? This is what you're gonna have to look forward to in a couple of years when I move. And stuff. So, you know, there's also other things in New York that I've never experienced before, which would be really fun. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. And while you're subscribing, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I release a new video. Because I have moments where I forget my video is up and I forget to let you guys know that it's up. So by hitting the notification bell, you get notified, and then you'll already know, and you'll have already watched the video, hopefully, and then, yeah, and then you don't have to worry about me letting you know that it's up.
Exactly.
Everyone else would just have to. So, to help me, to help you, to help me,
To help you.
to help us all. Anyway, so, yeah, so if you guys, you know, like this video, whatever, you know, thumbs up. I said that already.
Like it, leave a comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. Yes, subscribe.
And maybe when you move to New York again, you'll get to go inside the Statue of Liberty.
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully. Or even just like when we're visiting to like look at apartments too, because Angela and I plan on doing some touristy things. So there's that as well. So yes, so I love you guys. I will see you next time.
Bye.